respected correspondent madam, respected director sir, respected principal sir, and respected head of the departments, senior faculties, colleagues, technical staffs, and student friends, and the today special guest, Mr. Babu Veganand sir. I cordially welcome for this third day webinar, Building a Promising Career in Agriculture Know-how. Yes, the today webinar have make a influential and impact for the students, those who are aspiring management studies and leadership studies. Okay, so in this aspect, I cordially welcome our chief guest, Babu Veganand sir, to deliver the how to prepare CAT examination and bank examination and its scopes. Students, kindly make up use of these opportunities. Those who are very interested in preparing CAT examination, bank examination, kindly clarify your doubts, method of preparation, books, etc. So with these few words, I welcome Mr. Babu Veganand sir to deliver this session. Mr. Babu Veganand, currently working as an academic head in Time Institute, Coimbatore. He's a mathematical graduation and he's 10 years experience in the exam like JEE, then IBBS and others. So, sir, please.
So, thank you so much, Ravikumar sir. So, a warm welcome to all. I'm happy and very glad to handle this session. So, I mean, before starting this session, I just want to thank a few people who really supported us and also given this opportunity to deliver this session. So, Mrs. Karpavalli ma'am, correspondent, and also, Dr. Kempu Setti sir, director, and Dr. Kumaravadivel sir, principal, and Dr. Kalidas sir, and also Ravikumar sir, and Dr. Satya ma'am, and other faculty and management of Vanora Institute of Agriculture. So thank you so much. And we have been associated with the Vanora institution for a long time. So personally, I have handled multiple classes at your, college. So unfortunately, due to this pandemic, we are not having the physical classroom over there. But even some students are joining with us in online also. So I'm so I have to thank with everyone actually here, and also a warm welcome students. So so before getting this session, actually, we are going to talk two things particularly. First thing is going to be about a management entrance exam, and second thing we are going to talk about bank exam. So more intensively on management entrance exams. Okay, so I'm just switching off my video, and I'm just shifting to my PPT. So please pin my screen in case if you have any issues in between the session, let me know instantly. So hence I can correct myself. Sir Ravikumar sir, can you help me be able to see my screen, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes. The screen is visible, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yeah. So, I guess I wish to talk in bilingually because I want to make you all understand very clearly. At the same time, in case if you have any issue in language, please let me know instantly. So, you are in third year. You are in pre-final year students. At the same time, you are in some of you are in final year also. So would be having a lot of question in your mind actually, which way to go. So we have a multiple choices actually. So on our own, we have a multiple choices. That means it's up to you actually. It's based on your interest actually. You can do whatever you want. But more than that, opportunities are existing. We need to understand very clearly. Hence, we can choose our option very clearly. So my, opinion about the agriculture student actually. So generally, even we are handling classes for, even TNAU and also one other institution for a long time. So I personally noted a student, very intensively they will work. At the same time, ரொம்ப hardworking persons are இருப்பாங்க. At the same time, very sincere students I have seen for a long time. Even we have a good results from both of your colleges. That means one or institution, we had a good result. At the same time, when agriculture background la vara students definitely they are working hard and they are getting into any one of the competitive exam like what we have in front of us. So idukku the main reason I think because of your college actually, because college are motivating you lot for getting into these kind of competitive exams. At the same time, basically you have participated in some competition and then only you got this opportunity to study your agriculture department. So that's one of the reason actually. So I think agriculture student அப்படினு சொல்லும்போது definitely you should be very proud. And உங்களுக்கு நிறைய opportunities are there waiting. At the same time, உங்களுக்கு என்னன்னா ஒரே ஒரு விஷயம், you need to make your choice actually. So if you look at what next, so two things in front of us. One job or maybe higher studies. See, job அப்படிங்கிறது definitely everybody is going to do. So no doubt on it. But இப்பவே job பண்ணலாமா வேண்டாமா அப்படிங்கிறது it is up to you actually. But at the same time, we need to consider our family situation. Maybe we will have we are having economical issue. Abdina, we need to decide on our own. So, but job definitely it's a good choice. But after instantly completing our undergraduation, if you are getting into job, நம்மளுக்கு என்ன மாதிரி job in front இருக்கு அப்படிங்கிறது ரொம்ப கிளியரா நம்ம புரிஞ்சுக்கணும். At the same time, அதுக்கு அந்த அதாவது என்ன அத ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் ஒரு கவர்மெண்ட் செக்டர் ஆர் பப்ளிக் செக்டர் எக்ஸாம்ஸ் நீங்க எழுதுறீங்க அப்படின்னா, so definitely you need to work some period actually to get through that exam. So அதே மாதிரி private sector na definitely I think I'm sure through your college you may get that placement. That is the two options that you have. ஒருவேளை in case if you have an interest towards higher studies அப்படிங்கும்போது, see definitely I appreciate everybody in case if you all thinking of higher studies na definitely I need to appreciate, because this is the right period to choose our higher studies. So இதுல என்ன ஒரு benefit இருக்கும் அப்படின்னா, see when we are being in college itself we are deciding to go for higher studies na நம்மளுக்கு I think there won't be any barriers actually. இப்போ for example நீங்க உங்க மைண்ட்ல கொஞ்ச நாள் ஜாப் போயிட்டு ஹையர் ஸ்டடிஸ் பண்ணலாம் அப்படின்னு சிலர் மைண்ட் செட் இருக்கலாம். அங்க என்ன ப்ராப்ளம் நடக்கும் அப்படின்னா, ஒன்ஸ் இஃப் யூ ஸ்டார்ட் அவர் ஜாப் ஆக்சுவலி வி வில் ஹாவ் டு ஃபேஸ் லாட் ஆஃப் திங்ஸ். தட் மீன்ஸ் கமிட்மெண்ட் நம்மளுக்கு வந்துடும். ஆப்வியஸ்லி எக்கனாமிக்கல் ப்ரெஷர் வந்துடும். நம்மளுக்கு ஒரு சர்டைன் பீரியட் நம்ம ஃபேமிலிக்கு நம்ம சப்போர்ட் பண்றோங்கும் போது டெஃபினட்டா ஐ திங்க் வி நீட் டு அந்த கான்ட்ரிபியூஷன் வர 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 என்ன ஆகும்னா, உங்க மேல இருக்கிற ஒரு எக்ஸ்பெக்டேஷன் கொஞ்சம் ஹை ஆயிரும். ஸோ ஃப்ரம் யுவர் ஃபேமிலி சைட். ஸோ அதனால சர்டன் பீரியட்ல நம்ம ஹையர் ஸ்டடிஸ் பண்ணலாம்னு நினைக்கும் போது நிறைய ப்ராப்ளம்ஸ் இருக்கு. சி ஈவன் எக்கனாமிக்கலி நம்ம கான்ட்ரிபியூட் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கிறது அப்படியே ஸ்டாப் பண்ணணும். அட் த சேம் டைம் வி நீட் டு இன்வெஸ்ட் அவர் மணி ஃபார் ஹையர் ஸ்டடிஸ். ஸோ லாட் ஆஃப் திங்ஸ் ஆர் தேர். ஸோ இதனால நிறைய பேர் ஒன்ஸ் ஜாப் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணவங்க ஹையர் ஸ்டடிஸ் போறது இல்லை. இதை நம்ம புரிஞ்சுக்கணும் ஆக்சுவலி. ஸோ ஒருவேளை உங்க மைண்ட் செட்ல ஹையர் ஸ்டடிஸ் அப்படிங்கிற சாய்ஸ் இருந்தது அப்படிங்கிற பட்சத்தில் டெஃபினட்டா யூ நீட் டு திங்க் ஆன் நவ் இட் செல்ஃப் ஆக்சுவலி. ஆஃப்டர் கம்ப்ளீட்டிங் யுவர் யூஜி, ப்ளீஸ் திங்க் ஆன் த ஹையர் ஸ்டடிஸ். இன்வெஸ்ட் சம் டைம் ஆக்சுவலி 2 or 3 years மறுபடியும் ஹையர் ஸ்டடிஸ் பண்ணிட்டு அதுக்கப்புறம் தென் கோயிங் ஃபார் அ ஜாப். ஐ திங்க் இட்ஸ் அ ரைட் சாய்ஸ் ஃபார் எவ்ரி ஒன். ஸோ இந்த ஹையர் ஸ்டடிஸை பொறுத்தவரை பர்டிகுலர்லி வி ஹாவ் இன் அப்ராட் as well as India. So இதுல எந்த சாய்ஸ் வேணும் அப்படிங்கிறது you need to decide on your own. So particularly as I told you, நம்ம இன்னைக்கு பர்டிகுலரா MBA பத்தி பேச போறோம். So what are the colleges are providing MBA? So MBA பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னா what are the exams that we have? So அதுல for agriculture department what are the opportunities are there for through இந்த MBA ல நம்மளுக்கு என்ன மாதிரி opportunities கிடைக்கலாம்? What are the streams that we have which perfectly suit for your department? இத பத்தி நம்ம டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ண போறோம். So what particularly I'm going to mention na, இன்னைக்கு MBA முடிச்சிட்டு then private sector job போகும்போது என்ன மாதிரியான career elevation will be there அப்படிங்கறத நம்ம டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ண போறோம். So when we talk about success, அது particular, we have to talk about the professional success, right? So professional success na enna appadina, we need to have a challenging job. At the same time, we need to have a faster career growth. That means growth. At the same time, respect in society. These are our very important point. At the same time, purchasing power. So you want to become a very powerful person in this society. At the same time, we need a sphere of influence actually. So இதெல்லாம் இருந்ததுன்னா definitely anybody can get success in their professional career. So இதெல்லாம் வேணும் அப்படின்னு நினைச்சீங்கன்னா, I think MBA is one of the right choice so to get into that. So அதுக்கு I think a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step actually. So இப்போ நீங்க முதல் ஒரு ஸ்டெப் வச்சீங்கன்னா தான் then throughout அந்த ஜேர்னியை particular-ஆ நம்மளால சக்சஸ் கொண்டு வர முடியும். So அதுல we need to talk about the exam called CAT. So CAT அப்படிங்கிறது it's a common admission test. That's the full form of this exam. So we used to call it as ultimate entrance exam. இது எதனால ultimate entrance exam நம்ம சொல்றோம் அப்படின்னா, அதாவது majority of the B schools are expecting CAT score actually. So அதாவது B school அப்படினாவே the colleges which they provide a MBA programs, that means management studies actually. So இவங்க இதுல பாத்தீங்கன்னா majority of the colleges பாத்தீங்கன்னா CAT score தான் they are expecting, and through the CAT only they are giving an admission process for their colleges. So அதனால தான் we are telling it as an ultimate entrance exam. So widely, if you compare with other management exam, even I'm going to discuss the even other management exam also, but still அதுல definitely priority should be given for CAT because it is an ultimate entrance exam. So why an MBA? உங்களுக்குள்ள ஒரு mindset இருக்கலாம், sir, I am doing BSc Agri or agriculture, horticulture or whatever it is. நான் ஏன் MBA பண்ணணும்? Why I need that actually? அப்படின்னு கேட்டீங்கன்னா, I think, see, definitely you will get an opportunity through your agriculture also, but MBA particular when you do higher studies, that means அதுல நம்மளுக்கு கிடைக்க போற பாயிண்ட்ஸ் எல்லாம் என்ன அப்படின்னு பாத்தீங்கன்னா, I think லாஸ்டா நான் மென்ஷன் பண்ணிருக்கிறது financial independence. See, placementsலயுமே you will have a very good high salary in through MBA in case if you are doing an MBA in one of the best B school in India. At the same time, growth definitely இருக்கும், social respect also will be there, and power and authority. See, once if you do an MBA now, you are going to gain the knowledge in the management side. That means psychologically you will become a mature person. That means if for example, if you are joining with the company, you will learn somewhere executive level or maybe slightly more than that level actually. You may not have that power and authority to decide. At the same time, you may not have a challenging job over there, because you will be reporting person to some one of the person actually. So think about yourself. If you are going to be the person actually who is going to decide, that means some person is working, that means some team members are working, it's going to be challenging job for you. At the same time, I think work பண்றதை விட getting a work from the team, it's going to be very challenging part actually. So இது எல்லாமே MBA ல கிடைக்கும் அப்படிங்கிறது தான் நம்மளோட பேசிக் நம்பிக்கை. So அதுக்கு முன்னாடி இப்ப நம்ம we need to talk about the test areas actually. So competitive test areas ன்னு பார்க்கும்போது we have multiple competitive exams. So அதுல abroad studies ன்னு பாத்தீங்கன்னா GRE and GMAT ன்னு சொல்லலாம். Even CAT and others what we mentioned, that is management entrance exam. If a campus placement as well as bank exams, even I've not included that SSC, Staff Selection Commission, even other exams like UPSC also there, but UPSC in the table of UPSC is totally different actually. I mean basic CSAT paper ஒன்னு இருக்கு, that's a aptitude based paper, but bank, SSC, insurance sector exam, campus placement, GRE, GMAT, CAT and other exams, இதெல்லாம் பாத்தீங்கன்னா கிட்டத்தட்ட more or less very similar topics they are asking. அதுல particular of, I mean we are talking about quants, right? So quants அப்படிங்கிறது it is nothing but it's a basic mathematics part which is up to 10th level actually. இப்போ 10th லெவல்ல நீங்க என்ன மாதிரியான மேத்ஸ் படிச்சிருப்பீங்களோ, ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் சிம்பிள் ஈக்குவேஷன், quadratic equation, ratio proportion variation and averages, time and distance, time and work, இந்த மாதிரியான ஏரியாஸ்ல இருந்து क्वेश्चंस கேக்குறது தான் quants அப்படிங்கற பார்ட் actually. At the same time verbal. So when we talk about verbal is nothing but actually it's a basic, English actually. even I don't say this is a basic English, because in a verbal part will be higher level in a actual competitive exam. அதாவது ஏன்னா நம்ம வந்து ஒரு கிராஜுவேஷன் பண்ணிட்டோம், தென் அப் டு தட் லெவல் நம்மளுக்கு ஸ்கில் வேணும். ஸோ அதுதான் verbal part. At the same time logical reasoning is also another part. அப்படிங்கிறதுனா how thinking means in logically அந்த பார்ட்ல வந்து they will test you. At the same time general awareness is also another part which is included in this exams. இப்போ வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா I just rounded off this because even logical reasoning I need to tick here, that is also which is inside this CAT exam. So இது எதுக்காக நம்ம ரவுண்ட் ஆஃப் பண்ணிருக்கோம்னா, except the general awareness, all other topics are very similar in these exams. So அப்போ வந்து once நம்ம வந்து ப்ரிப்பரேஷன், இப்போ வந்து you all being in third year or maybe fourth year இருக்கும்போது இப்ப இருந்தே நம்ம வந்து ஆப்டிடியூட் பேஸ்ட் டெஸ்ட் ஏரியாஸை வந்து ப்ரிப்பேர் பண்ண ஆரம்பிச்சிட்டீங்கன்னா ஐ திங்க் இட் வில் பி வெரி யூஸ்ஃபுல் ஃபார் யுவர் கெரியர். அது எந்த மாதிரியான எக்ஸாமா இருந்தாலும் சரி, either it is a CAT or GRE, GMAT or maybe campus placement, bank exam, SSC, இதுல நம்ம எந்த எக்ஸாம் நீங்க எழுதணும்னு முடிவு பண்ணீங்கனாலும் I think definitely you need all these areas. That's why I have just made this slide to understand. And next one, as I told, இப்ப நீங்க வந்து ஒரு generally if you are placing into one company அப்படின்னு சொல்லலாம், yeah, placement is also one of the good option, there is no doubt. But UG அப்படிங்கும்போது UGல வந்து உங்களுக்கு வந்து on an average the salary will be given like 25,000 per month average I'm talking. ஒருவேளை பர்டிகுலரா யூ வில் பி வெரி ஸ்ட்ராங் பர்சனா இருக்கலாம், மேபி உங்களுக்கு ரொம்ப சவுண்ட், அதாவது பர்டிகுலர் டொமைன்ல வந்து ரொம்ப டெக்னிக்கலி ரொம்ப சவுண்டா இருக்கலாம். நீங்க அப்படி இருந்தா மேபி இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் ஹையர் லெவல்ல கொஞ்சம் சேலரி வாங்க முடியும், மேபி அரௌண்ட் 30,000 or 35,000. இந்த ஆவரேஜ் வந்து சேலரி வந்து வில் பி கிவன் யூஜி ஜாப் ஆக்சுவலி. பட் வென் யூ திங்க் அபவுட் எம்பிஏ பொறுத்தவரை வந்து வி ஹேவ் அ சாய்ஸ், மல்டிபிள் பி ஸ்கூல்ஸ் ஆர் ப்ரொவைடிங் எம்பிஏ. இதுல வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா I think we have a choice to get into a top B school in India. அதாவது one of the very top B school அப்படின்னு சொல்லும்போது I need to mention about IIMs, Indian Institute of Management actually. So ஒருவேளை உங்களுக்கு ஒரு சான்ஸ் கிடைக்குது if you are getting into the IIM அப்படின்னு சொல்லும்போது I think the average salary which is given in IIMs are 2 lakh rupees per annum. So I mean sorry, per month actually. So 2 lakh rupees அப்படின்னு சொல்லும்போது it comes around 24 lakhs around, that is the salary which is given. இது வந்து டாப் IIMs எல்லாத்துக்குமே பொருந்தும். ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் if you are thinking about MBA in middle level B school, அதாவது ரொம்ப டாப் லெவல் இல்லாம அட்லீஸ்ட் நம்ம ஓரளவுக்கு ஆவரேஜ் B schools-ல நம்மளுக்கு வந்து MBA சான்ஸ் கிடைச்சா கூட we will get an opportunity like 90,000 per month. So it's almost 1 lakh. So எப்படி பாத்தீங்கன்னாலும் I think UG job விட டெஃபினட்டா வந்து if you do a higher studies particularly in MBA, that means B schools-ல போய் பண்ணும்போது you will get a better opportunity in the salary wise. So that's what I want to highlight here. That's the bar graph is describing us. So இப்போ வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா if you are starting the salary with 25,000 அப்படிங்கும்போது you want to elevate up to 2 lakh அப்படிங்கும்போது டெஃபினட்டா it takes minimum around 20 years to reach that. அதாவது அதுவும் வந்து சிலருக்கு நடக்காமையும் போலாம். So அந்த பாயிண்ட்ல வந்து பார்க்கும்போது I think if you are taking a risk actually another 2 years or 3 years, if you are going for B school and again you are doing investing your time for MBA, and after completing MBA if you are getting an opportunity அப்படின்னு சொல்லும்போது I think definitely it is going to be a better opportunity தான் இருக்கும் when we compare with UG job. But நான் அதுக்காக வந்து I think I cannot expect everybody have to do MBA. ஏன்னா சிலர் some of you may have an interest towards even your agri department also. நீங்க வந்து ஒரு PG agri பண்ணணும் அல்லது PhD பண்ணணும், something in your mind actually. So it depends on you. But ஆனா ஒரே ஒரு விஷயம் என்னன்னா, through MBA what is the best opportunity that we have அப்படிங்கறத வந்து I have to explain here. That's what I'm showing here. So apart from that, உங்களுக்கு வந்து ஒரு வேற எதுலயாவது இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட், ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் UPSC ப்ரிப்பேர் பண்ணணும், yeah, definitely do that preparation of itself, because this is the right time to invest for these kind of exams. ஏன்னா I've seen lot of people, even UPSC-ல வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா I think agri people are getting a very good opportunity. Even SSC, whatever it is, public sector exams like bank exam, agri people வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா I think you must aware of this specialist officer in banking industry. அதுக்கும் நிறைய பேர் எழுதுறாங்க. பட் வந்து என்னன்னா ஒரு ஹையர் ஸ்டடீஸ் வந்து நீங்க பண்ணிட்டு நீங்க இந்த மாதிரி எக்ஸாம்ஸும் எழுத முடியும் அப்படிங்கிறது அனதர் ஆப்ஷன் தட் யூ ஹேவ் ஆக்சுவலி இன் ஃப்ரண்ட் ஆஃப் யூ. ஸோ நெக்ஸ்ட், ஸோ ஆஸ் வி டிஸ்கஸ்ட், நீங்க வந்து ஒரு யூஜி மூலியமா ஒரு ஜாப் கிடைக்கும் போது ஐ திங்க் யூ வில் லேர்ன் சம்வேர் level 1 ஜாப், தட் இஸ் எக்ஸிக்யூட்டிவ் லெவல். And if you are getting an MBA, that means pursuing an MBA, and after getting into that means professional area அப்படின்னு சொல்லும்போது I think you will learn somewhere level 4. So level 4 அப்படிங்கிறது it is nothing but from executive, next you need to elevate to junior management, next middle level management and senior management. So 4 levels you need to cross. இதுக்கும் around 10 to 15 years definitely ஒரு பர்சனுக்கு தேவை to cross this level. So அதுக்கு வந்து I think MBA is a degree which is a shortcut to get a professional success as earlier. So அது வந்து நீங்க மைண்ட் செட்ல வச்சிருந்தீங்கன்னா I think you all have to think of writing a MBA entrance exams. So அதுக்கு வந்து before that, இப்போ MBA அப்படின்னு சொல்லும்போது I think a lot of institutions are providing MBA. But நான் வந்து why we are classifying into top B schools அப்படின்னா அதாவது வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா இப்ப நீங்க MBA வந்து எங்க பண்றீங்க அப்படிங்கறத வச்சுதான் வந்து your career is going to be decided actually. So அதை வந்து நம்ம மறைக்க முடியாது actually definitely. So MBA அப்படிங்கும்போது வந்து உங்களுக்கு அட்லீஸ்ட் டாப் 50 B schools அல்லது அட்லீஸ்ட் டாப் 100 B schools in இந்தியால நீங்க வந்து MBA பண்ணும்போது I think உங்களுடைய கெரியர் வந்து கொஞ்சம் கேரண்டியா I think you will get a good placement over there. So இந்த பாயிண்ட்ல தான் வந்து நம்ம we are classifying into top 50 B schools. So nothing in particular. இப்போ வந்து we are not here to promote any particular institution actually. But ஆனா ஒரே ஒரு விஷயம் நீங்க என்ன புரிஞ்சுக்கணும் அப்படின்னா there are top 50 B schools. இந்த top 50 அப்படிங்கறது வந்து எப்படி நம்ம இங்க மென்ஷன் பண்றோம் அப்படின்னா they based on their placement, they based on their quality of education, based on their infrastructure, and worldwide what are the opportunities which is provided to that student, particularly from those colleges. இத வச்சு நம்ம மென்ஷன் பண்ணிருக்கோம். There are 20 IEMs actually. 20 IEMs இருக்குமா மொத்தமா. அதுல வந்து we can classify into very older IEMs. There are 3 very older IEMs are there. அதுல வந்து IIM Ahmedabad, IIM Bangalore and also IIM Calcutta. There are 3 very older IIMs. இந்த 3 IIMsக்கு வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா I think competition is very much high when we compare with other IIMs. So அதுல வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா ரொம்ப baby IIMs நம்ம சொல்லுவோம். There are 7 baby IIMs. That means very recently they have started. Recently na minimum around 10 to 15 years ஆவது இருக்கும் definitely. But so there are 7 IIMs. இப்போ வந்து நம்ம எதுக்காக நம்ம இத சொல்ல வரோம்னா IIMs அப்படிங்கிறது வந்து we have a 20 colleges actually totally. So definitely the brand is there actually. And the brand value la வந்து definitely if you are coming out of that college actually, but I mean pursuing an MBA அப்படின்னு சொல்லும்போது you will get a very good opportunity over there. At the same time, another college name called FMS. FMS is also which is in Delhi. இந்த காலேஜ்ல வந்து பர்டிகுலரா இன்னொரு விஷயத்தை நான் மென்ஷன் பண்ணணும். Some of you may have this mindset like இப்ப நான் MBA பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னா வாட் ஷுட் ஐ இன்வெஸ்ட் அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு கொஸ்டின் இருக்கலாம். அதே மாதிரி some of you may have this idea, sir MBA is very costly. I have gathered information from our society. So அதனால நான் வந்து என்னால இன்வெஸ்ட் பண்ண முடியுமான்னு தெரியல. So it's very costly I believe. என்னால வந்து மறுபடியும் again I need to invest for MBA அப்படிங்கிறது it is not possible அப்படின்னு நினைக்கிற மைண்ட் செட்ல இருக்கிற சில ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ்க்கு வந்து I think FMS Delhi is also one of the best college. எதனால இதை சொல்றோம் அப்படின்னா they are providing MBA for only 60,000 rupees. 2-year program, 60,000 rupees. So I think it is unimaginable actually, because ஏன்னா இப்ப நார்மலான ஒரு எக்ஸ்பென்சஸ் கிடையாது. அது 60,000 very very less cost for MBA actually. So அது அந்த 60,000க்கு வந்து குவாலிட்டி MBA at the same time that is also one of the good college actually. Top 50 B schools-ல வந்து rankingல வருது actually. So அப்படி ஒருவேளை உங்களுக்கு வந்து எக்கனாமிக்கலி வீக்கர், நான் வந்து இன்வெஸ்ட் பண்ண முடியாதுன்னு நினைச்சீங்கன்னா I think you need to think about FMS Delhi. ஆனா you need to have I mean the competition is there actually. At the same time you need to write the exam, and through the exam purely merit seat only they will be providing actually. At the same time even IIT is also providing MBA. There are 6 IITs particularly providing MBA, and XLRI is also another college. JBIMS, SP Jain, NITI, MDI Gurgaon, IFT, a lot of colleges which I have mentioned here. So இது எல்லாமே வந்து top 50ல வரும். Even some more colleges which is related with your field actually I have not mentioned here. பட் ஆனா அது எல்லாமே டாப் 100 கூட வரும். ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் IRMA, மேனேஜ், இந்த மாதிரியான இன்ஸ்டிடியூஷன் விச் இஸ் ரிலேட்டட் வித் யுவர் அக்ரிகல்ச்சர் ஃபீல்டு. So அது என்னங்கிறத நம்ம we'll discuss later, don't worry. And these are the list of the colleges if you are having a mindset to get into general MBA. அதுலயும் பர்டிகுலரா the top 3ல வந்து IIM Ahmedabad is providing FABM program actually. So FABM-ங்கிறது வந்து உங்களுக்கு definitely I think you might aware of this. So food and agriculture management, that is the program they are providing actually. So business management, food and agriculture business management means FABM program. So FABM program in IIM Ahmedabad வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா tough competition are there. At the same time, as you all being in agriculture college, you will be having a priority over there. அதாவது உங்களுக்கு அட்மிஷன் கொடுக்கறதுல வந்து அவங்க priority காமிப்பாங்க. Not only IIM Ahmedabad, even IIM Lucknow is providing ABM program, that means agri business management. So அவங்களும் வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா அக்ரி காலேஜ் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ்க்கு வந்து ப்ரியாரிட்டி கொடுப்பாங்க. ஈவன் இட் இஸ் நாட் ரெஸ்ட்ரிக்டட் ஃபார் அதர் டிபார்ட்மெண்ட்ஸ். ஈவன் எந்த டிபார்ட்மெண்ட் பீப்புளுமே வந்து தே கேன் கெட் இன் டு திஸ் FABM ப்ரோக்ராம் ஆர் மேபி ABM ப்ரோக்ராமா. பட் ஆனால் வந்து ப்ரியாரிட்டி வில் பி கிவன் ஃபார் யூ. ஸோ எப்படி நம்ம ப்ரியாரிட்டி கிளாசிஃபை பண்ணலாம் அப்படின்னு பாத்தீங்கன்னா, ஐ திங்க் இப்போ நீங்க ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் யூனிட் ஜென்ரல் ஆஸ்பிரன்ஸ் வந்து தே நீட் டு கெட் ஆக்சுவலி 99% டு கெட் திஸ் ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டினா, agriculture student it's even 85%. I'm just giving an approximate idea. அதாவது don't say, take it as இந்த வருஷம் அப்படித்தான் நடக்க போகுது அப்படின்னு நம்ம சொல்ல முடியாது. so far என்ன நடந்துட்டு வந்திருக்கோ அதுக்குனால ஒரு சின்ன ஒரு ஐடியா தான் நான் சொல்றேன். 85% ஒரு அக்ரிகல்ச்சர் ஸ்டூடெண்ட் வாங்கினாலும் it will be equivalent to 99% with the engineering college student actually. So that means in CAT, I'm talking about CAT exam. So in the point la vandu ungalku megaperiya advantage irukku. So all you can think about to get into one of the top B school. Even personally I handle multiple students. Englodaya students nariya per IIM Ahmedabad la irukanga, Lucknow la irukanga. So நம்ம அதாவது டைம் கோயம்புத்தூர்ல CAT program படிச்சவங்க. So அவங்கெல்லாம் வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா I think they have settled down. Some people have settled down. They are being in second year, some people, and they got a good placement. இந்த மாதிரி நிறைய இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் எங்களுக்கு வந்து ரெகுலரா வந்துட்டே இருக்கு. So it's a motivating factor for you all. That's what I'm telling here. At the same time, even these are the other colleges we need to consider. இதை வந்து maybe if you take a screenshot, I think it will be better for you to for future reference. So TIS அப்படிங்கிறது வந்து Tata Institute of Social Science, which is a best college for HR department. Not only that, even Zyme Bangalore, BIMS, Bharatidasan Institute of Management. That's what I mentioned, that 90,000 per month salary. That means in bar graph we were discussing about IIM and BIM, right? So 90,000 அப்படிங்கிறது வந்து it's salary which is given, average salary which is given by the BIM, Bharatidasan Institute of Management, which is in Tiruchi. So at least in the college la நம்ம வந்து உள்ள போனீங்கனாலும் definitely you are salary at the placement, at the same quality of education, everything will be very good actually. So idella vandu you need to consider when you think about MBA programs. At the same time, I want to show you some placement data of 2021 average salary evlo kuduthirukanga. So already I have mentioned this FMS, Faculty of Management Studies, that is FMS New Delhi, so which is given salary around 25 and above. At the same time, Indian Institute of Foreign Trade. So in case the MBA la vandu multiple streams are available ma, adula vandu foreign trade is also one of the stream. So orvela Indian Institute of Foreign Trade la vandu I want to do an MBA in foreign trade அப்படிங்கற stream ku ulla ponum nenichina, I think that's the best college. They are providing average salary is going to be 21.08 lakh per annum. IIM Ahmedabad, IIM Bangalore, IIM Calcutta, whichever I have mentioned here, it's all based on our company research. At the same time, last year enna nadandirukko adha nama inga kuduthirkom. That means placement for 2021 na already who have come out of the college actually. So definitely ipo oruvela unga mindset la MBA அப்படினு இருக்கு அப்படிங்கற பட்சத்தில் definitely future la it's going to be more than this salary ஆ இருக்க போகுது. On an average you will be getting more than 18 lakh actually. So that's what actually we have listed here. So I'm not talking about only salary, even salary vida something which is good for our life. But ana vandu enna we can't avoid this placement data, adunala na vandu I'm just included this in the PPT. At the same time, if you are getting into MBA, you have a chance of earning a stipend amount. For example, now in the this slide which is taken from the IM Colicode record actually, which is 100% summer placement happened in the highest stipend. So highest stipend for the summer, internship program 3.74 lakh rupees they have provided actually. So you are being in MBA at that time itself, you can earn money as a stipend. It's a good opportunity. It's a motivating factor for economically weaker students. At the same time, while doing your MBA itself, you can earn money. That's a positive thing actually. So this is what the recent article which is came in Indian Express. So that's it. So I'll move on to next slide now. So we have a multiple specializations MBA. That's traditional specialization. We have a marketing, finance, HR, systems and operation. And particularly maybe you people are very interested towards agribusiness management, or maybe rural management, or food business management. So in the area, I think it will be relevant for your domain. At the same time, data analytics, at the same time, data science, business analytics, communication and advertisement, retail management, banking and finance, foreign trade. These are emerging streams. Emerging streams now it's becoming very famous. At the same time, through the streams, actually, wonderful opportunities are waiting over here. So, agribusiness management, I am Ahmedabad and I am Lucknow, even Irma also. And the colleges agribusiness management, I think you will have a better opportunity over there. We will see. So, as I told, ABM, agribusiness management, top B school. That is, agribusiness management, B schools top I've taken as a list. So, I am Ahmedabad, FABM program. It's a #1 in the world, actually, as per the agribusiness management. I am Lucknow, ABM program. See, inge FABM, it's a ABM program. See, one chinna difference na solran, because through my personal experience, see, I am Ahmedabad, even we had a student, and I am Lucknow also we had a student. Even day before, 2019 passed out CAT student, who is in now and got a placement actually now. So he actually belongs to agriculture department, but now he got placed in American Express card. American Express Bank, sorry. He got a 27 lakh per annum. So in I am Lucknow, I'm talking about. So ABM program and FABM program. Or chinna difference in ABM program will be given a lot of diversity placements. That is diversity placements, multiple companies attend panna mudiyum. It is not restricted for agriculture companies alone. But now on the FABM program, they are providing only exclusively agriculture companies only will give a placement over here. This is an advantage or a disadvantage, because some of you may think about, after getting into MBA, or general management education, you may have interest towards also. So in general management, place I think I am Ahmedabad, I am Lucknow is better. I'm just comparing that because through my personal experience. ABM program multiple companies, the company place as I told, one among the person, Mr. Krishna, actually, he was our student. He got us 27 lakh per annum in American Express. He didn't get into agriculture company actually. That's a banking company, you know that. So this is one chinna comparison. At the same time, ABM program in Irma, that is also one of the good college. And manage is also one of the good college for ABM program. And IAPM, that means Indian Institute of Plantation Management, that is also providing. And also other top B schools also where we have. Even I didn't mention, NIAM is also one of the college. NAM Hyderabad, Zain Bhubaneswar. At the same time, NIBM Pune. So NIBM, it's a National Institute of Banking Management actually. But even அங்கேயும் வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா we have particularly course for agri students actually. So these are the top B schools you need to consider when you think about the agriculture related MBA. Okay, and apart from that, I want to highlight this agriculture. That means I am Ahmedabadla on the FABM program. What stream, I mean, which stream people are getting into that program more? Definitely it is a 44% of agriculture students are getting into that. Food tech and dairy, I mean, students are also there. That is, there are 28% of the students, and biotechnology and agriculture engineering, even normal diverse other departments also coming in here. But exclusively, the priority will be given agriculture department. So அது வந்து உங்களுக்கு ஒரு பெரிய advantage. So அதை நீங்க புரிஞ்சுக்குங்க அப்படிங்கறதுக்காக தான் நம்ம இங்க மென்ஷன் பண்ணிருக்கோம். At the same time, generally FABM programக்கு வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா total number of seats which is 46. அதுல வந்து என்ன what are the I mean percentage which is I mean done from the I mean have got that opportunity in the colleges அப்படிங்கறது தான் நம்ம மென்ஷன் பண்ணிருக்கோம் as in pie chart. So இதுல வந்து என்னன்னா I need to mention the past recruiters. I think definitely என்னை விட உங்களுக்கு வந்து ரொம்ப idea இருக்கும்னு நினைக்கிறேன் regarding this companies, because more on agriculture department actually. So Robobank and Syngenta and Cargill and I mean even Heinz, Tafe, இதெல்லாம் வந்து it's a very world famous companies are past recruiters in FABM program in IIM Ahmedabad. So even one more slide, நான் இதை என்ன மீன் பண்றேன் அப்படின்னா, இப்போ வந்து என்னென்ன செக்டர்ஸ்ல வந்து they got placed அப்படிங்கிறது ரொம்ப முக்கியமானது. ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் அக்ரி செக்டர் ஆஃப் த எம்ப்ளாயர் வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா அக்ரில மட்டுமே டொமஸ்டிக்ல வந்து காட் பிளேஸ்டு வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா 7 people. அட் த சேம் டைம் அதர் செக்டர்ஸ் ஆர் ஆல்சோ தேர், டெலிகாம், எஃப்எம்சிஜி, அட் த சேம் டைம் இன்டர்நேஷனல் ட்ரேட், ஃபுட் ப்ராசஸிங், இது எல்லாமே டோட்டலா என்னென்ன செக்டார் ஆஃப் த எம்ப்ளாயர்ஸ் ஹேவ் காட் I mean placed over there அப்படிங்கறத நாம இங்க மென்ஷன் பண்ணிருக்கோம். That's it. So இது வந்து என்ன எதுக்குன்னா ஒரு you need to understand. So before getting into the college, ஒருவேளை உங்களுக்கு MBA ஒரு ஆப்ஷனா இருந்து இந்த மாதிரி காலேஜ்ல உள்ள போகணும் அப்படின்னா இந்த மாதிரி காலேஜ்ல என்ன மாதிரி நடக்குது, வாட் இஸ் த லைவ் திங்ஸ் ஆர் ஹேப்பனிங் அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்டிங்காக தான் நம்ம சொல்லியிருக்கோம். ஸோ IIM Ahmedabad பொறுத்தவரை it's a minimum salary, it's a 10 lakh and maximum salary for FABM program particularly. So 22.5 lakh actually. So median salary and mean salary also which is given here. So idu vandu just take care of this slide now. Okay. So at the same time I want to move on to even a National Institute of Bank Management, that's a Pune. Even ipo vandu for example particularly anga neenga pananum appdi nenachina, I think you have a what are the past recruiters and what is the salary which is given அப்படிங்கறத நம்ம இங்க மென்ஷன் பண்ணிருக்கோம். So at the same time ICAR is also another good college actually for you. At the same time maximum salary which is given 12 lakh per annum and average salary which is given 8.5 lakh per annum actually. So what are the recruiters are there அப்படிங்கறதையும் நம்ம இங்க மென்ஷன் பண்ணிருக்கோம். That's it. So இதுக்கு வந்து basic parameters, so whatever it is, I mean we have discussed about the colleges and their placement data, all these things. So நம்மளுக்கு வந்து முதல்ல வந்து we need to understand what is the parameter for the selection for the giving admission in the top B schools. So இதுல வந்து first thing you need to understand exam score. Exam we have CAT exam, ZAT ன்னு ஒரு exam இருக்கு, SNAP and IFT, NMAT, TISNET, etc. So these are all the exams even for management entrance exam particularly. இதுல வந்து நம்ம முதல்லயே சொன்ன மாதிரி CAT is an ultimate entrance exam. At the same time நீங்க இந்த எக்ஸாம்ஸ் எழுதுறீங்கிற பட்சத்தில் டெஃபினட்டா if you have a good past academic profile, 10th and 12th good mark, definitely I think you might have a good score நினைக்கிறேன், I believe. ஏன்னா அக்ரிகல்ச்சர் காலேஜ்ல வந்து உங்களுக்கு சீட் கிடைக்குதுனாவே டெஃபினட்டா இந்த ப்ரொஃபைல் பேஸ்ட்ல தான் வந்து உங்களுக்கு கிடைச்சிருக்கும். அட் த சேம் டைம் மெயின்லி UG also will be considered over there. ஸோ அப்போ வந்து நம்ம என்ன யோசிக்கணும் அப்படின்னா, when you are being in college definitely you need to get a good score in UG. So அதை ட்ரை பண்ணுங்க as maximum as possible. So third year இருக்கிறவங்க again you have a chance to improve your score, and fourth year also have slightly have chance actually, because in 3 years are already over அப்படிங்கும்போது definitely one more only, that means இந்த இயர்க்குள்ளார நம்ம எவ்வளவு மேக்ஸிமம் பண்ண முடியுமோ அதை ட்ரை பண்ணுங்க, because these are all other very important thing they will consider to give a admission over there. At the same time, diversity will be given. So gender diversity and academic diversity. So gender diversity, I think female candidates will get that actually. Academic diversity, I think it will be applicable for all of you, because in a reason academic diversity is given. See, CAT exam, majority of the aspirants, around 2.5 lakh people write the exam. I mean, it's an approximate number. 1.5 lakh people are engineers. So rest of the people 1 lakh mattumna matta ella department irundhu varanga. So adanal definitely ungalku priority will be given. That means based on academic diversity. Gender diversity, in case if you are female, definitely you will have a gender diversity. அது என்ன percentage of the weightage will be given அப்படிங்கறத நம்ம இங்க மென்ஷன் பண்ணிருக்கோம். So for female candidates 2 to 5% and non-engineers 2 to 5%. So female plus agriculture student definitely both diversity can be availed. That's another point you need to understand. So work experience also in case ஏனா நீங்க MBA அப்படினு சொல்லும்போது even in B schools a lot of work experience people will be there pursuing an MBA. So ஒருவேளை நீங்க work பண்ணிட்டு அதுக்கப்புறம் MBA அப்படின்னு நினைச்சீங்கன்னா டெஃபினட்டா அதுவும் one of the good chance. பட் அதுதான் ப்ரியாரிட்டின்னு கிடையாது. ஈவன் ஃப்ரெஷர்ஸ், ஈவன் நான் ஒரு பர்சனை சொன்னலவா, மிஸ்டர் கிருஷ்ணா, actually he was a fresher actually. Instantly he got into the IIM Lucknow. CAT எழுதினாரு, he got that opportunity. So work experience இல்ல அப்படிங்கிறதுனால disadvantage கிடையாது. So don't worry. So as you all being in college, so instantா நீங்க MBA பண்ணனும்னு நினைச்சீங்கன்னா that will be a better choice for you. And GWPA second stage, once நீங்க exam முடிச்சதுக்கு அப்புறம் you need to go for the second stage. So the second stageல you need to அங்கேயும் பாத்தீங்கன்னா you need to clear that round actually, second stage. So GWPA it is nothing but group discussion, returnability and personal interview. So they will test your returnability as well as உங்களுடைய GD group discussion உங்களுக்கு தெரியும். Personal interview also will be there actually. It's all about yourself actually. And apart from that, minimum eligibility will be 50% in graduation is necessary, 45% for the reservation quotas actually. So that means UG mark I am talking. So adhe mari pathina generally fees in a B schools generally higher ah irukum. But need not worry, even உங்களுக்கு you can avail loan actually for your MBA. You need not to depend on your parents earning actually. At the same time, reservation will be given in a public sector colleges like IIMs, IFT, FMS Delhi, TIS. இதெல்லாம் பாத்தீங்கன்னா reservation will be given. இப்ப reservation அப்படிங்கிறது it is based on our caste. So இப்ப you know that OBC category is there, at the same time SC/ST category is there, and even economically weaker section. That means in general category நம்மளோட parent salary is lesser than 8 lakhs இருந்ததுன்னா, general people will be considered to be as economically weaker people. So on the reservation category also you can avail. So இது என்னன்னா ஒரு அட்வான்டேஜ், அதாவது ரிசர்வேஷன் கேட்டகரியில நம்ம இருந்தோம்னா it will be an advantage for you. ஒருவேளை நீங்க என்ன கேட்டகரி, yeah, anybody have asked anything?
இது நானு
I think some of you have unmuted yourself, ma'am. Please mute yourself. Yeah. So as I said, இப்போ பாத்தீங்கன்னா education loans also will be given for top B school. அதுலயும் particular-ஆ நீங்க ஒரு top B schools-ல உள்ள போகும்போது collateral free loans can be availed. See, இப்போ என்னன்னா ஒரு education loan வாங்கணும்னாலே definitely collateral they are asking in a bank. But collateral free வேணும் அப்படின்னு நினைச்சீங்கன்னா top B schools-ல உங்களுக்கு opportunity கிடைக்கும்போது you will get that. And you know that rate of interest also will be lower. At the same time, repayment period in national banks pathina around 20 years varaikum tharanga. Repayment within private bank, that means 25 years varaikum tharanga. So you need not to worry. If as discussed earlier, உங்களுக்கு higher salary இருக்கும்போது 20 years எல்லாம் நீங்க repay பண்ணனும் அவசியமே கிடையாது. If around இங்க ஒரு IIM Ahmedabadல if you are getting that opportunity and going for a job அப்படிங்கும்போது maximum 3 years குள்ளார நீங்க you can repay the loan amount also. That is also another point you need to understand. And every year pathina the women's or keep on increased in the IIMs. B schools every year we are seeing increasing numbers. So இது வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா I think female candidate இருந்தீங்கன்னா it is also another motivating factor. You need to understand this. So அப்ப வந்து see, I think women are making more achievements in this world அப்படின்னு நம்ம சொல்லலாம். So if நீங்க ஒரு female candidate இருந்தா don't be inferior. So you should be very superior. Because every year more than around 50% வரைக்குமே வந்து number of students are getting into the top IIMs actually. So அது women's. Yeah. Can I do it? அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு question உங்களுக்கு இருக்கலாம். See, definitely you can do it. No problem. Even I will show our achievers அவங்களோட பேக்ரவுண்ட மெயினா பாருங்க, where they are coming from. And Tamil Nadu Agriculture University இருந்து I think he got an IIM Ahmedabad PGP program. That means I already told you. That means engineering graduate இருந்தீங்கன்னா I think 99% இருந்தா தான் IIM Ahmedabadல கிடைக்கும். பட் ஆனா இதே ஒரு BSc Agri அல்லது ஒரு ஆர்ட்ஸ் அண்ட் சயின்ஸ் ஸ்டூடெண்டா இருந்தா டெஃபினட்டா வந்து அதை விட கம்மியா இருந்தா கூட we have a chance of getting opportunity அப்படிங்கிறது தான் நம்ம இங்க மென்ஷன் பண்ணிருக்கோம். So I mean this is our particularly Coimbatore time result actually. So யாரெல்லாம் உள்ள போயிருக்காங்க ரீசெண்டா in 2020 அப்படிங்கறத நம்ம இங்க மென்ஷன் பண்ணிருக்கோம். At the same time I mean other arts and science students also are having that opportunity. Even Sujit Kumar from Annamal University, it's a horticulture actually. He have done BSc horticulture. He got IRMA la வந்து he got that. So you know that IRMA is also one of the good college actually, as we discussed earlier. So இப்போ வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா we need to understand some CAT or some facts we need to understand. இப்போ எப்படின்னா if you are being in final year already you had a chance of writing this November CAT in the November, that means 21 CAT நவம்பர்ல நீங்க வந்து எழுதிருக்க முடியும். பட் ஆனா வந்து unfortunately maybe some of you would have written or maybe missed out also. பட் உங்களுக்கு மறுபடியும் சான்ஸ் இருக்கு. there is no restriction for you. I mean அதே மாதிரி ஏஜ் ரெஸ்ட்ரிக்ஷனே கிடையாது CAT எக்ஸாம் பொறுத்தவரை. பட் தேர்ட் இயருக்கு வந்து you need to now itself understand next year, that means coming November, that means not next year, coming November in 2022 நவம்பர்ல நடக்க போற CATக்கு வந்து நீங்க எல்லாம் எலிஜிபிள். எப்ப நடக்கும் அப்படின்னா லாஸ்ட் வீக் ஆஃப் நவம்பரா இருக்கலாம் அல்லது டென்டேட்டிவா டிசம்பர் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் வீக்கா இருக்கலாம். ஸோ இது வந்து இட் டிபெண்ட்ஸ். ஸோ ஃபர்ஸ்ட் அட்டெம்ப்ட் இன் யூஜி ஃபைனல் இயர் யூ ஆர் எலிஜிபிள். அண்ட் ஆல்சோ இட்ஸ் கம்ப்ளீட்லி ஆன்லைன் எக்ஸாம் அண்ட் கம்ப்யூட்டர் பேஸ்ட் ஃபார்மேட்ல தான் வந்து நடக்கும். அட் த சேம் டைம் நம்பர் ஆஃப் டெஸ்ட் டேக்கர்ஸ் வில் பி அரௌண்ட் 2 lakh people will write. நம்ம சொல்லியிருக்கோம். IIMsல வந்து பொறுத்தவரை வந்து we have approximately 5,000 seats. Already நம்ம சொன்ன மாதிரி 70 out of top 100 B schools will accept the CAT score. So that is also another thing. ஏன் CATக்கு priority கொடுக்கணும் அப்படிங்கிறதுக்கு இதுதான் best reason actually. So அப்போ வந்து majority of the colleges are accepting CATங்கும் போது CAT will be given a priority. Even CAT எழுதுறவங்க even other management exam also they can write, even ZAT, NMAT, TISNET, whatever they want. But now the CAT preparation will help you to focus on the even other exams also. இது வந்து completely it is an aptitude exam. At the same time MCQ and non-MCQ combinationல தான் வரும். CAT 20 என்ன பேட்டர்ன்ல இருந்தது அப்படிங்கறத நம்ம இங்க மென்ஷன் பண்ணிருக்கோம். See, this is a 2-hour exam. So similarly CAT 21 also it's a 2-hour exam. இதுல வந்து என்னன்னா CAT 19 totally different. That was a 3-hour exam actually. Due to this pandemic they have to plan multiple slots-ங்கறங்கட்டிக்கு they have planned like this as a 2-hour exam. So we have a 3 topic, as I said earlier, VARC, that means verbal ability and reading comprehension, DALR, data interpretation, logical reasoning, and quants, totally 66 questions. So இப்போ வந்து என்னன்னா உங்களுக்கு வந்து every question if you make a right அது வந்து 3 marks உங்களுக்கு கிடைக்கும். If you make a wrong answer then you will have a negative mark, that means -1 will be negative. An online screen calculator will be provided. MCQங்கிறது வந்து உங்களுக்கு தெரியும், it's a multiple choice question. And non-MCQ is going to be, I mean, you need to enter the answer. அந்த மாதிரி பேட்டர்ன்ல இருக்கும். So non-MCQ வந்து நெகட்டிவ் இல்ல, MCQக்கு you have a negative. So இப்போ வந்து டெக்னிக்கலா வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா 66 question they have written in CAT 21. So 66 into 3, you will get actually 198. So 198 is going to be total score out of total. இந்த 198ல I mean எவ்வளவு மார்க் வாங்கினா எவ்வளவு பர்சன்டேஜ்ங்கிறது we will discuss later, don't worry. And but 198 is a total score actually. So even minus layum போறக்கு வாய்ப்பு இருக்கு because it's based on our mistakes actually. So online screen calculator is provided for a bigger calculations actually. So அது வந்து உங்களுக்கு அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் பண்ணிக்கங்க. அட் த சேம் டைம் இப்போ வந்து உங்களுக்கு ஒரு டவுட் இருக்கலாம், சார் 198 அப்படிங்கிறது டோட்டல் ஸ்கோர்ன்ட்டீங்க, வாட் வில் பி த percentage I need to get actually the percentile. So I'm talking about percentile. I hope you understand what is the difference between percentage and percentile. நான் ஒரு சிம்பிளா ஒரு எக்ஸாம்பிள் சொல்லிடுறேன். Percentile அப்படிங்கிறது it is based on competition. That means number of people, number of percentage of the people, how many percentage of the people under me, அதுதான் வந்து percentile. அதாவது எனக்கு கீழே எத்தனை காம்படிட்டர்ஸ் இருக்காங்க, என்னோட as per my mark எனக்கு கீழே எத்தனை பேர் இருக்காங்களோ அதுதான் வந்து பர்சன்டைல் அப்படிங்கிறது. பர்சன்டேஜ் அப்படிங்கிறது இட்ஸ் நத்திங் பட் அவுட் ஆஃப் த சப்ஜெக்ட் ஹவு மச் யூ ஆர் ஸ்கோரிங். அதாவது 198க்கு வந்து 50% வாங்குறீங்களா, 25% வாங்குறீங்களா, இட் டிபெண்ட்ஸ் ஆன் லைக் தட். இப்போ அரௌண்ட் இது வந்து 200 மார்க்ஸ் வச்சுக்கலாம் ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள். இப்போ இந்த 200 மார்க்ஸ்ல 50% மார்க்னா அரௌண்ட் 100 மார்க்ஸ். If any students are getting 100 marks, like CAT 21, I'm talking about CAT 21 ma. CAT 21ல நடந்த விஷயத்தான் வந்து I'm just comparing. So 50% of the mark will lead you 99 percentile. அப்ப நினைச்சு பாருங்க, already I have shown some people actually 85 percentile who got actually IIM Ahmedabad. அவங்க எவ்வளவு percentage வாங்கியிருப்பாங்கன்னா approximately 28%, maybe 30% னு வச்சுக்கலாம். So 30% na around 60 mark out of 198. If you are able to get, I think you are going to be given an option for an admission process over there. So in the point நீங்க புரிஞ்சுக்கிட்டீங்கன்னா I think everybody can get this. See, if you are preparing for certain period and out of 200 if you are able to get 60 mark, it's a encouraging factor, right? So அது வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா anybody can get or certain period if you practice, because it is an aptitude exam. Aptitude is nothing but it's a skill based exam. So skill can be developed at any point. Knowledge is totally different. Knowledge based exam na வந்து I think you need to upbringing உங்களுக்கு அந்த மாதிரி இருந்தா தான் you can clear that exam. But skill based examங்கும்போது I think anybody can start now and they can easily progress on their preparation. Certain periodல you can clear this exam and get this opportunity. அந்த மாதிரி கூட உங்களுக்கு ஒரு சான்சஸ் இருக்கு அப்படிங்கறது தான் நம்ம இங்க சொல்லியிருக்கோம். So percentageக்கும் percentileக்கும் கன்ஃபியூஸ் ஆயிக்காதீங்க. How many percentage have got the how many percentile, அதான் வந்து நான் இங்க கம்பேர் பண்ணிருக்கேன். 25% to 80%, 80 plus percentile, 28% 85 plus percentile, 30% leads you 90 percentile, and 50% will leads you 99 percentile. Okay, so that is what actually based on CAT 21 scorecard. Okay, fine. So I need to talk about our institution. நம்ம CAT program எப்படி இருக்கும் அப்படிங்கறதை நம்ம பத்தி பேசிடலாம். See, we are number one coaching institute, proudly I can say, for particularly CAT preparation, which is given by India Today. So இது வந்து என்ன ரீசன், எதனால வந்து இது நடந்துச்சு அப்படின்னா, these are all the core structure which we have. That means good study material, support for second stage, mentoring, and peer group training will be given. And mock test வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா இந்தியாலே பெஸ்ட் mock test ன்னு நாம் சொல்ல முடியும், டைம் கண்டக்ட் பண்ற mock exam. At the same time we have a good faculties who can teach you better. At the same time they have very good experience. These are all making us good success. At the same time even we had a good student. Because of the student only we have a success ma. And proudly I can say in CAT alone we have more than 2700 plus students have got IIM admission மட்டுமே 2700. நான் முதல்ல சொன்ன மாதிரி there are only 5000 seats available in IIMs. அதுல கிட்டத்தட்ட more than 50% of the students have got from the time institute alone. So அது வந்து it's one of the proud moment. And also I want to show the time Coimbatore result actually. 450 plus calls we got actually in CAT 20. At the same time CAT 21 we are counting still. As per the data, more than 350 calls is வரைக்கும் வந்திருக்கு. Even some colleges will have some period of restriction actually. இந்த பீரியடுக்கு அப்புறம் தான் அவங்க கால் பண்ணுவாங்கங்கிற மாதிரி we are waiting for that. So we are counting still. So we had a good result in CAT 20 as well as we are having a good result in CAT 21. And this is our structure. என்ன ஸ்ட்ரக்சர் அப்படிங்கறத நம்ம சொல்லிடுறோம். Even I think 2 or 3 years back we had a batch at your college itself ma. Unfortunately due to this pandemic we are not conducting classes over there. At the same time hopefully we are looking at that maybe in future. But in the version, I think we can't commit that. Maybe based on the situation only we can decide. At the same time, CAT 22 program so there are multiple things. See, I have few more things to discuss for bank exam. So I'm just moving to next slide. Please take care of this slide actually. So this is our course structure. At the same time, what other course materials that we provide mention it's regarding our program actually particularly. So all India mock exam, mock exam is a very famous in time. So this is what actually course duration classroom coaching will start from now onwards actually till November. At the same time, GDPA session will be conducted in the January, February, March in 23rd. See, obviously or CAT preparation multiple exams focus even including your placement as well as even other bank exam or whatever you are thinking in your mind actually. So weekend and weekday options are available. Online live classes are happening now. So focus on progression is going to be from the basic, and we will make you to reach how to select the question and approach the question also. So in the all things will be given from our course and other course highlight which is given here now. And yeah, I will take another 10 minutes. Please be with me because I don't have a time, because I have a multiple slides. Anyway, I'm moving fast, I guess. Maybe I believe actually you have understood some points which is regarding CAT exam number. So in case you have a question, you can ask me at last, don't worry. So if a public sector exams also we can't avoid actually. So we have a multiple public sector exams. We start from the civil service, you know that UPSC and banking and insurance, SSC, Indian Railway, TNPSC, defense, a lot of exams are there. Particularly on the bank, insurance and SSC, why I highlighted now, this is also aptitude exam, which is like CAT exam. But CAT or pattern and the difficulty level is slightly higher than the bank and insurance as the SSC, definitely. But now this is also aptitude exam. That's what you need to understand. If a banking and insurance recruitment last 3 years, that's what I'm showing here. So clerical posting, we have a 3 posting. Particularly, neenga 3 posting kume eligible. Clerical PO as well as specialist officer in agriculture department actually. So in the 3 postings kume eligible. Adula clerical postings fillings nadandirukku in 19 to 20. At the same time, PO, probationary officer, and insurance sector, insurance exams vacancy fill பண்ணிருக்காங்க. Total vacancy what is filled in the 19 to 20 அப்படிங்கற slab நம்ம இங்க காமிச்சிருக்கோம். So 21 to 20 to 21 I don't have a data now. So நான் இது எதுக்காக காமிக்கிறேன்னா, see, every year there are multiple exams are happening in bank exam as well as insurance sector exam. உங்களுக்கு தெரியும் multiple public sector banks are available, like SBI ல இருந்து ஆரம்பிச்சு Indian Bank, Indian Overseas Bank, Punjab National Bank, Canara Bank, lot of banks are there actually. இதுக்கு two mode of generally vacancy fill பண்றாங்க. ஒன்னு பாத்தீங்கன்னா, I think we need to mention that is going to be IBPS. IBPS அப்படிங்கிறது except SBI தவிர வேற என்னென்ன பப்ளிக் செக்டர் பேங்க்ஸ் எல்லாம் இருக்கோ அவங்க எல்லாருமே IBPS கீழ மட்டும் தான் ரெக்ரூட்மெண்ட் பண்றாங்க. And SBI is separate. SBI is a bigger bank, at the same time very profitable bank in India. அவங்களோட ரெக்ரூட்மெண்ட் இஸ் செப்பரேட், டோட்டலி செப்பரேட் ஆக்சுவலி. அவங்களும் எக்ஸாம் கண்டக்ட் பண்ணி தான் பண்றாங்க. ஸோ எனிவே I need to talk about the bank exam also here. So அதுல பாத்தீங்கன்னா உங்களை பொறுத்தவரை clerical, probationary officer, specialist officer, இந்த 3 போஸ்டிங்குமே you all eligible. So through exam only will be selected. There is no other way of selection. So purely merit based தான் நீங்க exams குள்ளார உள்ள போக, that means vacancy குள்ளார உள்ள போக முடியும். So இதுல என்னன்னா bank exams ரொம்ப frequent-ஆ நடக்குது. ஈவன் இன்சூரன்ஸ் செக்டர் எக்ஸாம்ஸும் now and then டெஃபினட்டா நடக்கும். பட் ஆனா இப்போ LIC பாத்தீங்கன்னா they will conduct ஒரு வருஷம் நடத்தினாங்கன்னா அடுத்த வருஷம் நடத்த மாட்டாங்க. Like that actually they are moving. Even other public sector insurance companies also there. New India Assurance, Oriental Insurance, in the மாதிரி insurance companies also there. அவங்களும் வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா they are also periodically conducting some exams. 2 years once at least they are filling the vacancies. So இப்போ வந்து இது வந்து bank exam. Particularly I am talking about the employment cadre in the banking. At the same time public sector, other public sector exams வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா very similar னு பாத்தீங்கன்னா staff selection commission, insurance, railway. Even defense and SEBI also another exam you can think of. இது எல்லாமே வந்து very similar to bank exam, but some changes may be there in the pattern as well as topic wise. So அதை மட்டும் நம்ம புரிஞ்சுக்கிட்டோம்னா I think இப்போ நீங்க வந்து bank exam prepare பண்றீங்கும் போது definitely you can focus on the other these exams also. அதைத்தான் நம்ம இங்க சொல்ல வர்றோம். So actually very soon by 23rd we are expecting that already there is a proposal. Government plan to have a single exam. எந்தெந்த எக்ஸாம்ஸ் எல்லாத்தையும் சிங்கிள் எக்ஸாமா கன்வெர்ட் பண்ண போறாங்கன்னா பேங்க், எஸ்எஸ்சி, இன்சூரன்ஸ் அண்ட் ரயில்வே எக்ஸெட்ரா இது எல்லாத்தையும் ஒரே எக்ஸாமா மாத்த ட்ரை பண்ண போறாங்க. ஐ மீன் ஆல்ரெடி ப்ரொபோசல் இருந்தது. டியூ டு திஸ் பேண்டமிக் ஐ திங்க் that got delayed. இனி இது வரைக்கும் அது அப்படியே ஹோல்ட் ஆன்ல தான் இருக்கு. வெரி சூன் மேபி we'll expect that it's going to be a combined exam. ஒரே ஒரு எக்ஸாமா மாறப்போகுது. So when it becomes a one exam, once in a year நடக்கும். அது வந்து ஒன்னு போஸ்டிங் வைஸ் கிளரிக்கலுக்கு ஒரு எக்ஸாம் அண்ட் பிஓக்கு ஒரு எக்ஸாம். ப்ரொபேஷனரி ஆஃபீஸர், ப்ரொபேஷனரி ஆஃபீஸர் அப்படிங்கிறது வந்து இட் இஸ் அசிஸ்டன்ட் மேனேஜர் லெவல். அசிஸ்டன்ட் மேனேஜர் லெவல் என்ன பேங்கிங் செக்டர். ஸோ ஒரே எக்ஸாமா மாறும்போது டெஃபினட்டா இட் இஸ் கோயிங் டு பி ஆப்டிடியூட் பேஸ்ட் எக்ஸாமா தான் இருக்க போகுது. ஸோ வென் வி கம்பேர் வித் கேட்டை விட லெவல் வந்து கம்மியா தான் இருக்கும். பட் ஆனா வந்து ஈவன் திஸ் இஸ் ஆல்சோ வண்டர்ஃபுல் ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி that you are going to get actually. So levels to crack these exams வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா first round is going to be preliminary, next round is going to be main, and the third is going to be GDR personal interview. இதுல வந்து பர்టిక్యులரா வந்து POக்கு வந்து இந்த மூணு ரவுண்டுமே இருக்கும். At the same time clericalக்கு வந்து we don't have this GDN interview. Directly mains clear பண்ணீங்கன்னா you will get that opportunity. SOக்கு definitely preliminary, mains and GD and interview will be there. Preliminary is completely aptitude exam. Main exam will be tested in your actual subject. That means agriculture. SO in agriculture department, specialist officer in agriculture அப்படின்னு சொன்னோம்னா டெஃபினட்டா உங்களோட சப்ஜெக்ட்ல அவங்க டெஸ்ட் பண்ணுவாங்க. ஸோ அதுக்கும் நீங்க வந்து யூஜியை நல்லா பண்ணுங்க. டெஃபினட்டா நீங்க படிச்ச சப்ஜெக்ட்ஸை வந்து அகெயின் யூ ஹேவ் டு ரீகேப் ஆல் தோஸ் திங்ஸ். ஸோ டாபிக்ஸ் இன் தீஸ் எக்ஸாம்ஸ் வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா ஜென்ரலி கிளரிக்கல் கேடர் அண்ட் பிஓ கேடர் மட்டுமே வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா தீஸ் ஆர் த டாபிக்ஸ் ஆக்சுவலி. So quantitative aptitude, logical reasoning, verbal ability, general awareness, computer aptitude. And preliminary exam எப்படி நடக்கும்? What are the number of questions they are asking? Quants எப்படி இருக்கும்? Quants there are 35 questions, 35 marks. One question carries 1 mark. 20 minutes only allotted. See, technically பாத்தீங்கன்னா CAT examsக்காவது நம்மளுக்கு கொஞ்சம் டைம் இருக்கு. அதாவது 66 questions 2 hours. But when we compare bank exam, I think very time is very short. ஆனா வந்து கொஸ்டின்ஸ் வந்து கேட் அளவுக்கு இருக்காது. பட் ஆனா டெஃபினட்டா 100 கொஸ்டின் இன் 60 minutes இட்ஸ் கோயிங் டு பி பிகர் சேலஞ்சிங் பார்ட். பட் இது எல்லாத்துக்குமே so whatever it is, either it is a CAT or maybe bank exam, you need to have some practice. ஒரு 6 month ஆவது அட்லீஸ்ட் you need to have a practice. At the same time நிறைய mock exams எழுத தான் வந்து you will be fine tuned to elevate to clear that exam actually. So இதுதான் வந்து pattern. So the logical reasoning 35 questions, 35 marks, 20 minutes will be allotted. English 30 questions, 30 marks and 20 minutes will be allotted. Totally 60 minutes. இதுல என்னன்னா sectional timing இருந்து இன்னியும் அதுக்கு மேல ஒரு பெரிய headache actually. So 35 questions we need to finish in 20 minutes. It's not very easy thing actually. So அதனால உங்களுக்கு ரொம்ப intensive practice are needed actually to clear this exam. So அதை புரிஞ்சுக்கங்க. At the same time preliminary for RRB, regional rural bank அப்படின்னு சொல்லி நீங்க வந்து கேள்விப்பட்டிருக்கலாம். தமிழ்நாடு கிராம பேங்க். இதுக்கு முன்னாடி அது பேர் வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா பல்லவன் பேங்க், பாண்டியன் பேங்க்னு எல்லாம் இருந்தது. I think they converted into தமிழ்நாடு கிராம பேங்க். So இந்த பேங்க்குகள்லயுமே வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா we have a posting like that means PO as well as clerical posting. அதுக்கு வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா preliminary examல கொஞ்சம் slightly different. எப்படி இருக்கு அப்படின்னு பாத்தீங்கன்னா English is not there. So 40 questions, 40 marks will be provided, and also only totally 45 minutes will be provided. I didn't mention the timing here. RRB பொறுத்தல 45 minutes only will be allotted for this exam. 80 question 45 minutes. Even that is also more tricky. It's not an easy thing. So preliminary cutoffs, what you need to get. இப்போ வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா I didn't mention the SO SO பத்தி நான் இங்க போடல. Only I have mentioned that PO as well as clerical level. இப்போ general category people இருந்தீங்கன்னா SBA PO ல என்ன கிடைக்கணும், what is the score you need to get னா 58.5. It is based on 2020, not 21. 2020 வச்சு தான் நம்ம இங்க போட்டிருக்கோம். IBPS PO, IBPS அப்படிங்கிறது வந்து as I told earlier, இப்போ வந்து SBA தவிர வேற என்னென்ன பப்ளிக் செக்டர் பேங்க்ஸ் இருக்கோ அதெல்லாமே IBPS கீழ தான் வருவாங்க. So there are 58.75 marks you need to get if you are belongs to general category. OBC categoryனா கொஞ்சம் ரிலாக்ஸிங்கா இருக்கும், கொஞ்சம் கம்மியா இருக்கும். Not very much lesser, only 0.25 is lesser here. And அதே மாதிரி SBA PO க்கும் அதே மாதிரி தான். So similarly every EWS na economically weaker section, SC and ST category அப்படின்னா what is the score you need to get actually to clear the preliminary round அப்படிங்கிறது தான் நம்ம இங்க மென்ஷன் பண்ணிருக்கோம். So definitely 100க்கு 58.5 அப்படிங்கிறது definitely we can get. அப்பா டெக்னிக்கலா வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா நீங்க வந்து around 60 questions ஆவது you need to make it right. அப்ப 60 questions if you are able to get correct அப்படின்னா I think possibly you can get actually 58.5 அப்படிங்கறது வந்து உங்களுக்கு புரிஞ்சுக்கணும். அப்போ 1 minute 1 question, அதுதான் நம்ம இங்க பார்க்க வேண்டிய ஒரு, அதாவது மினிமம். See, அதாவது அதுக்கு மேல உங்களால எழுத முடியுதுன்னா it is appreciable, but 1 minute 1 question, அது either it is a maths or maybe logical reasoning or maybe English, whatever it is. அது எல்லாத்துலயுமே 1 minutes தான் நம்ம மேக்ஸிமம் எடுத்துக்க முடியும். டெக்னிக்கலா சொல்லணும்னா ஏன்னா நம்மளுக்கு நெகட்டிவ் மார்க்கிங் ஆல்சோ தேர், அதனால ரொம்ப கான்சியஸா தான் நம்ம எழுதணும். 60 questions நம்ம கரெக்டா பண்ணல அப்படிங்கும்போது you will come down even, அதாவது ஒரு 10 questions தப்பு பண்ணிருக்கீங்க போது even lesser than the 50 only you are going to get actually. So 0.25 mark will be deducted as a negative scoring over there. So இத வந்து நீங்க புரிஞ்சுக்கணும்ங்கறதுக்காக தான் நான் இங்க மென்ஷன் பண்ணிருக்கோம். At the same time main exam it's bit relaxing when we compare with preliminary. So preliminary க்கும் main க்கும் ஒரு வேரியேஷன் என்ன அப்படின்னா we have a more time here, 180 minutes, but we have only 155 questions. But now வந்து I think preliminary விட main round is going to be slightly higher. That means the questions வந்து will be framed over there, time consuming ஆ இருக்கும், bigger paragraph will be given, more logical way they will form a questions. இதெல்லாம் வந்து அந்த பார்ட்ல வந்து you need to understand. but now வந்து I think preliminary clear பண்ணிட்டீங்கனாவே I think main exam clear பண்ணுங்கற motivation வந்துரும். Obviously we are not going to focus separately for the preliminary and main, together தான் நம்ம பண்ண போறோம். ஏன்னா because logical reasoning na there are certain areas, at the same time data interpretation, data analysis அப்படிங்கும்போது it's from quants, English அப்படிங்கும்போது it's a verbal part, already we have learned. Only the thing is extra topics are general awareness and also some computer awareness will be there actually. Banking awareness, general awareness, some computer based knowledge also you need to have. So அதுவும் வந்து டெஸ்ட் பண்ணுவாங்க. At the same time after this 180 minutes there will be a descriptive writing exam, 2 essays or 2 letters will be asked, 30 minutes will be allotted and 25 marks will be given for that. So இதுவும் வந்து நீங்க புரிஞ்சுக்கணும்ங்கறதுக்காக தான் நம்ம இங்க மென்ஷன் பண்ணிருக்கோம். At the same time RRB insurance exams oda the 120 minutes exam, that is a 2-hour exam, என்ன breakup அப்படிங்கறத நம்ம இங்க மென்ஷன் பண்ணிருக்கோம். I don't have a time to explain all these things, but anyway main cutoff what is required to clear the general category, OBC category, SC ST இதெல்லாம் நம்ம இங்க கொடுத்திருக்கோம். You please take care of this. So இது வந்து ஒருவேளை உங்களுக்கு வந்து பேங்கிங் வந்து இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் இருக்கு, பேங்க் எக்ஸாம்ஸ் எழுதணும் அப்படின்னு நினைச்சீங்கன்னா டெஃபினட்டா இதோட அனலைசேஷன்ஸ் உங்களுக்கு தேவை. ஏன்னா டார்கெட் நம்மளுக்கு வேணும், ஒரு இது இந்த மார்க் நம்ம வாங்கினா தான் நம்மளால கிளியர் பண்ண முடியும் அப்படிங்கிறது. இட்ஸ் பேஸ்ட் ஆன் த 2020. ஆனா அதுக்காக வந்து இதே சேம் கட் ஆஃப் இஸ் கோயிங் டு ஹேப்பன் ஃபார் யுவர் எக்ஸாம் அப்படின்னு நம்ம சொல்ல முடியாது. ஸ்லைட்லி கொஞ்சம் வேரியேஷன்ஸ் இருக்கலாம், ஒரு பிளஸ் மைனஸ் இருக்கலாம், பட் நாட் மோர் தென் +5 ஆர் -5. ஸோ டென்டேட்டிவா நம்ம வந்து இந்த ஸ்கோர் தான் வந்து நம்ம வாங்கணும். அப்போ அப்ராக்சிமேட்டா வந்து when we compare with preliminary விட வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா மெயின் எக்ஸாம்ல கட் ஆஃப் இஸ் ஸ்லைட்லி லெஸ்ஸர். ஸோ அதனால உங்களுக்கு you can do it actually in case if you are thinking about bank exam. So இதுல என்ன ஒரு பெரிய சேலஞ்சிங் பார்ட்னா lakhs of aspirants are writing bank exam and vacancies are very minimum and time limits also very lesser and very lengthy and time consuming questions will be given. இதுல என்னன்னா ஒரே ஒரு விஷயம், computer based exam. So computer based exam na I think for the past 2 years நம்ம எல்லாருமே வந்து I think we are using the computer for our classes, all exams and everything. But இருந்தாலுமே வந்து it's an aptitude exam அப்படிங்கும்போது you have to understand the question and write the question, and you need to calculate. A lot of things are there. I mean, psychologically you need to have a lot of idea how to crack this exam. So on the baseல வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா computer based exam அப்படிங்கிறது வந்து it's going to be very tricky part when we compare in the competitive exam. And so whatever it is, either it is CAT or maybe a bank exam, எதா இருந்தாலுமே which makes you to crack அப்படின்னு பாத்தீங்கன்னா first you need to have an aspiration and patient to focus on this exam. You need to have definitely involvement and dedication. Adaptive and well systematic learning is needed, and fundamental concepts வந்து ரொம்ப தரவா இருக்கணும், and self motivation and self discipline is very important. See, I think self motivation and self discipline it's a general term. இது எல்லாத்துக்கும் பொருந்தும். நம்ம ப்ரொஃபஷனலா சக்சஸ் ஆகணும்னாலும் சரி, பர்சனலா நல்லா இருக்கணும்னாலும் சரி, ஈவன் உங்க காலேஜ்ல வந்து நீங்க ரொம்ப நல்லா பண்ணணும்னாலும் சரி, டெஃபினட்டா யூ நீட் டு ஹேவ் ஆல் தீஸ் திங்ஸ். ஸோ இதெல்லாம் வந்து நீங்க வந்து மெயின்டைன் பண்ணுங்க. அட் த சேம் டைம் மோட்டிவேட் யுவர் செல்ஃப். யூ நீட் டு டெவலப் யுவர் செல்ஃப் டிசிப்ளின். இட்ஸ் வெரி இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் ஃபார் யுவர் ஃபியூச்சர். அது ப்ரொஃபஷனலா வந்து ரொம்ப ரொம்ப முக்கியம். ஸோ இந்த பாயிண்ட்ஸ் எல்லாம் வந்து நீங்க வந்து மெயின்டைன் பண்ணும்போது ஐ திங்க் யூ கேன் ஈஸிலி கிளியர் திஸ் எக்ஸாம். ஈவன் வி ஆர் ப்ரொவைடிங் பேங்க் கோச்சிங். பேங்க் எக்ஸாம்ஸ்க்கு வந்து என்னென்ன திங்ஸ் ஆர் வி ஆர் ப்ரொவைடிங் அப்படிங்கறத நான் இங்க மென்ஷன் பண்ணிருக்கேன். ஸோ ரொம்ப பர்டிகுலரா உங்களுக்கு வேணும்னா கூட யூ கேன் கான்டாக்ட் அஸ். ஐ வில் ஷேர் I mean my number as well as our office number for your help. So whatever query if you have, you can call us and ask us. So these are the things which we are providing now, and I'll move on. Actually, even in case if you are thinking about abroad studies now, you can contact us. I'll show our number because we are supporting for the this abroad studies also. So adukku naanga inga mention pannirkom. So I don't have a time to explain all these things. Anyway, in case if you are interested towards abroad study now, I will show our contact number. So it's a completely free service which is given for abroad studies from through USMA. So idukku CAT and bank exam ku vandu what is the course fee and what we are charging அப்படிங்கறத நாங்க இங்க மென்ஷன் பண்ணிருக்கோம். So this is our fees as well as our course descriptions. In case உங்களுக்கு ஏதாவது டவுட் இருந்தனா you can contact us. It's time to choose. At the same time, one more information, time for CAT, time for bank exam. இந்த ரெண்டு ஆப்புமே வந்து you can download. It is a free of cost. Once நீங்க டவுன்லோட், ஒருவேளை உங்களுக்கு அந்த ஆஸ்பிரேஷன் இருந்ததுன்னா, எந்த கேட்டோ அல்லது வந்து பேங்கோ இதுல ஏதாவது ஒரு ஆஸ்பிரேஷன்ஸ் இருந்ததுன்னா, please download and keep it with you. A lot of more informations will be there actually regarding exam and how you need to prepare and what are the things, exam call for everything will be there actually displayed over there. And every day some free tests also will be provided in that app. So it's a free for you. Please download and utilize this opportunity. And I'm showing our contact number. Or vela ungalku particular either doubts irundana you can contact us ma. So this is our mobile number as well as our office address which is in Coimbatore. So take care of this. So study abroad na I'll show you. So this is our study abroad number. In case if you are interested towards abroad studies na, you can take care of this. Take down this number and contact us. So any questions? This is your time ma. I hope you got some clarity regarding CAT exam as well as bank exam nenikiren. I think konja intensive vandu bank exam la nama solla mudiyala. I don't have time. Sorry for that. So in case if you have any queries, either doubts kekanuna, please ask me. I'm ready to help you on that. So thank you so much for this opportunity, and thank you everyone. So Ravi Kumar sir, and thank you so much. So in case there are students, if they are having any questions now, please ask them to call. No problem.
So thank you for your amazing and wonderful lecture, sir. Students, kindly post your doubts through chat box. We have 10 more minutes for interaction. It is a big opportunity to interact. Students, so you have a lot of doubts, I think. Kindly post your doubts in chat box.
Yes, Ashik. I mean, I don't say that self-preparation help பண்ண முடியாது அப்படின்னு சொல்ல முடியாது. Definitely you can do that. But என்ன ஒரே ஒரு விஷயம்னா particularly on particular about our course. இப்போ வந்து whatever it is, I mean, even எங்களோட கோர்ஸ்ல என்ன இருக்கு, even a lot of other institutes also doing that. பட் என்ன உங்களுக்கு ஒரு பாயிண்ட் வந்து இங்க கோர்ஸ் ப்ரிப்பரேஷன் எங்க மூலியமா கிடைக்கும் அப்படின்னா, யூ வில் ஹாவ் அ ஸ்ட்ரக்சர். இப்ப என்ன ப்ராப்ளம்னா, உங்களுக்கு எந்த மெட்டீரியல் ரெஃபர் பண்றது, ஒரு டாபிக் வந்து இந்த மெட்டீரியல் ரெஃபர் பண்ணா கரெக்டா இருக்குமா, இல்ல வந்து இந்த கொஸ்டின் சால்வ் பண்ணா கரெக்டா இருக்குமா, இந்த டிஃபிகல்ட் லெவல் வந்து சால்வ் பண்ணா கரெக்டா இருக்குமா அப்படிங்கிறது உங்களுக்கு நிறைய கிளாரிட்டி இருக்காது. See, I think we are doing well research on that. At the same time, I mean, we are, எங்களோட கம்பெனி ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணி அரௌண்ட் 30 years ஆச்சு. So I hope you know what, I mean, experience that we have. So எங்க எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் மூலியமாவும் எங்களால எவ்வளவு உங்களுக்கு பெட்டரா கொடுக்க முடியுமோ அந்த அளவுக்கு பெட்டர் கோர்ஸ் ஸ்ட்ரக்சர் வாட் வி ஆர் ப்ரொவைடிங். ஸோ அட் த சேம் டைம் எங்களோட கோர்ஸ் ஸ்ட்ரக்சர்ல உங்களால வந்து ஜெல் ஆக முடிஞ்சதுன்னா டெஃபினட்டா யூ கேன் ஸ்கோர் வெல் இன் தட் கேட் எக்ஸாம். தட் இஸ் வாட் ஆக்சுவலி ஐ கேன் ப்ராமிஸ் வித் யூ. ஸோ அதனால ஐ மீன் செல்ஃப் ப்ரிப்பரேஷன்ல வந்து கேட் கிளியர் பண்ணவங்களும் இருக்காங்க. ஐ டோன்ட் சே தட் தெர் இஸ் நோ, பட் ஈவன் தென் உங்களுக்கு ஒரு மோட்டிவேஷன் ஃபேக்டர் உங்களுக்கு கிடைக்கும். சி ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள், இப்போ என்னன்னா, if you all, I mean, you alone preparing னு வச்சுக்கலாம், ஒரு assume yourself, நீங்க உங்க கிளாஸ்ல நீங்க மட்டும் தான் ப்ரிப்பேர் பண்றீங்கன்னா உங்களுக்கு ஒரு மோட்டிவேஷன் ஃபேக்டர் இருக்காது. ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள், உங்க காலேஜ்ல வந்து அக்ரிகல்ச்சர் ஐ மீன் ஒரு சப்ஜெக்ட் படிக்கிறீங்கன்னா எல்லாரும் அந்த சப்ஜெக்ட் படிக்கும்போது உங்களுக்கு ஒரு பியர் குரூப் இருக்கும், ஒரு டவுட்ஸ்னா கிளாரிஃபை பண்ணிக்கலாம். அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி தட் வில் பி ப்ரொவைடட் பை எஸ். அட் த சேம் டைம் எங்களோட மார்க் எக்ஸாம்ஸ் வந்து உங்களுக்கு வந்து ரொம்ப ரொம்ப ஐ மீன் இந்தியாலே த பெஸ்ட் மார்க்னு சொல்ல முடியும் கேட் எக்ஸாம்ஸை பொறுத்தவரை. ஸோ அந்த பாயிண்ட்ல வந்து யூ கேன் கெட் அ வெரி குட் கோர்ஸ் ஃப்ரம் அவர் சைட். யா, ஐ மீன் ஆக்சுவலி ஒன் மோர் கொஸ்டின். யா, இட் இஸ் அ ஆன்லைன் லைவ் கிளாஸ். இட்ஸ் நாட் அ ரெக்கார்டட் வீடியோ செஷன். லைக் இப்போ நான் எப்படி பண்றேனோ, ஐ வில் போஸ்ட் மை பிபிடி for every particular subject. Like if now ஒரு subject handle பண்றேன்னா I will post my PPT in the particular topic, and the PPT ல வந்து I will write down, so whatever it is, calculation like that, we will interact directly. So உங்களுக்கு you have an opportunity to interact with us. At the same time, it's a live online class. அதுதான் வந்து நம்ம சொல்ல முடியும். ஏன்னா as of now we don't have a choice to conduct a physical classroom. இப்ப வரைக்கும் மேபி 1 or 2 monthsல மறுபடியும் கவர்மெண்ட் என்ன சொல்றாங்களோ அதை வச்சுதான் நம்ம வந்து டிசைட் பண்ண முடியும் பிசிக்கல் கிளாஸ் ரூம் கேன் பி ஸ்டார்டட் ஆர் நாட். பட் லாஸ்ட் 2 years வந்து we never gone into physical classroom. So that's what clarity from our side. So any more question? So இப்போ வந்து என்னன்னா, எங்களை மாதிரி ஒரு கோர்ஸ் நீங்க ஜாயின் பண்ணும்போது உங்களுக்கு வந்து எல்லாமே கையில கொடுத்துருவோம். ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் the materials and also the level of questions what you need and the mock exam. So இது எல்லாமே வந்து உங்களுக்கு கையில் இருக்கும்போது அந்த ஸ்ட்ரக்சர்ல ஜெல் ஆனீங்கன்னாவே you can easily clear that exam. That is the point you need to understand. What would be the general percentile needed for a general MBA? See, நம்ம இங்க முன்னாடி நான் I think you have noted down that percentile requirement based on the category wise, right? அது வந்து ஜெனரல் MBAக்கு தான் நான் முதல்ல மென்ஷன் பண்ணியிருக்கேன். அதுலயும் வந்து இப்போ வந்து ஒருவேளை நீங்க ஏபிஎம் ப்ரோக்ராம், ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் FABM ப்ரோக்ராம் ஆர் ABM ப்ரோக்ராம் நீங்க பண்றீங்கிற பட்சத்தில் அதை விட கம்மியா மார்க் இருந்தா போதும், யூ வில் கெட் தட் ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி பிகாஸ் யூ ஆர் ஃப்ரம் தட் பர்டிகுலர் பேக்ரவுண்ட். ஆக்சுவலி தட் மீன்ஸ் அக்ரிகல்ச்சர் டிபார்ட்மெண்ட்ல இருந்து வர்றீங்கும் போது உங்களுக்கு அதை விட கம்மியா இருந்தா போதும். தட்ஸ் வாட் ஐ ஹவ் ஷோன் தேர். ஆக்சுவலி ஜெனரல் பர்சன்டைல் என்ன இருந்தா உங்களுக்கு கிடைக்கும். ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் ஆர்ட்ஸ் அண்ட் சயின்ஸ் ஸ்டூடெண்ட் அப்படிங்கும் போது தட் மீன்ஸ் யூ பிலாங்ஸ் டு அக்ரிகல்ச்சர் டிபார்ட்மெண்ட்னாலுமே their consideration will be diversity points will be given to you. Except engineering students, உங்களுக்கு diversity points இருக்கு. அப்போ உங்களுக்கு என்ன பர்சன்டைல் இருந்ததோ அதை தான் நம்ம அங்க மென்ஷன் பண்ணியிருந்தோம். அதனால கன்ஃபியூஷனே வேண்டாம். அதை விட கம்மியா தான் உங்களுக்கு தேவை இருக்கும் போது வர அதை விட அதிகமா இருக்காது. ஓகே, ஸோ how will the score during pre-final year in CAT exam help us? Will it be considered when we complete the no see I understand. I mean, I think அந்த கொஸ்டின்ல வந்து எனக்கு அந்த ஒரு விஷயம் புரியுது. முடிச்சதுக்கு அப்புறம் பண்ணலாமா அப்படின்னு கேக்குறீங்கன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். I think so. So yeah, definitely you can do after completing graduation also. It's up to you. But ஒரு விஷயம் நல்லா புரிஞ்சுக்கங்க, இப்ப ப்ரீ-ஃபைனல் இயர் ஸ்டூடெண்ட் இப்ப நீங்க ப்ரீ-ஃபைனல் இயர் இருக்கீங்கன்னா you are eligible to write this year exam, right? நவம்பர்ல நீங்க எழுத முடியும். So இப்ப நீங்க வந்து ஒரு வேளை let's say இப்ப நீ if you are trying, if you are preparing that exam and you are writing the exam னு வச்சுக்கலாம். ஒரு வேளை உங்களுக்கு ஸ்கோர் நல்லா வரலாம், நல்லா ஓரளவுக்கு மிடில் ஸ்கோரா இருக்கலாம். 2 சான்ஸ் தான் இருக்கு. இப்ப நல்லா வந்துருச்சு அப்படிங்கும்போது இன்ஸ்டன்டா ஆஃப்டர் கம்ப்ளீட்டிங் யுவர் டிகிரி யூ கேன் கெட் இன்டு MBA. தட்ஸ் அட்வான்டேஜ் ஃபார் யூ. ஒன்னு. ரெண்டாவது, ஒருவேளை உங்களுக்கு ஸ்கோர் சரியா வரல, லெட்ஸ் சே நீங்க ஆல்ரெடி ஒரு தடவை எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் பண்ணிட்டீங்க, again you have a chance of writing the next year also. So அப்போ வந்து என்ன ஆகும்னா உங்களுக்கு ஒரு எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் இருக்கிறங்கேட்டிக்கு என்னென்ன தப்பு பண்ணீங்களோ அதுல இருந்து கரெக்ட் பண்ணி நெக்ஸ்ட் இயர் வந்து உண்மையா ஃபோக்கஸ்டா வந்து யூ கேன் கெட் தட் ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி. தட்ஸ் த அனதர் பாயிண்ட் யூ நீட் டு அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட். ஸோ அதே மாதிரி இன்னொரு பாயிண்ட் என்னன்னா, இப்போ கேட் எக்ஸாம் ப்ரிப்பேர் பண்றீங்கன்னா இட் இஸ் நாட் ஒன்லி கேட் எக்ஸாம், இட்ஸ் அன் ஆப்டிடியூட் ட்ரைனிங், ரைட்? கம்ப்ளீட்லி. ஸோ இட் ஹெல்ப்ஸ் யூ ஃபார் பிளேஸ்மெண்ட் ஆல்சோ, அண்ட் ஆல்சோ இட் ஹெல்ப்ஸ் யூ டு even motivate yourself. இப்போ ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் இந்த சப்ஜெக்ட்ஸ் எல்லாமே வந்து ரொம்ப இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங்கா இருக்கும். இட் இஸ் நாட் அ வெரி, அதாவது ரொம்ப வேகாலா இருக்கிறதுக்கு வாய்ப்பே இல்லை. ஏன்னா மேத்ஸ், அட் த சேம் டைம் லாஜிக்கல் ரீசனிங் அண்ட் ஆல்சோ இங்கிலீஷ், இதெல்லாம் எங்க தேவை, நம்மளுக்கு எங்க போனாலும் இட் இஸ் வெரி மச் நீடட், ரைட்? ஸோ டு சர்வைவ் இன் திஸ் வேர்ல்ட், ஆக்சுவலி டு கெட் சக்சஸ் இன் அவர் ப்ரொஃபஷனல் கெரியர், இதெல்லாம் ரொம்ப முக்கியமான ஏரியாஸ். ஸோ அதனாலதான் வந்து இந்த எக்ஸாம்ல வந்து அவங்க டெஸ்ட்டை வைக்கிறாங்க. தட்ஸ் த பேசிக் ஐடியா. இப்போ வந்து ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் இப்போ நீங்க கேட்கலாம், சார் பேங்க் எக்ஸாம்ல ஆப்டிடியூட் கிளியர் பண்ணா பேங்க்ல நல்லா ஒர்க் பண்ண முடியுமா? அவங்களுக்கு ஏதோ ஒரு பிலீஃப் இருந்திருக்கு. பிகாஸ் இட்ஸ் அ பேசிக் நேச்சுரல் ஸ்கில் தே நீட். ஆக்சுவலி உங்ககிட்ட ஒரு பேசிக் நேச்சுரல் ஸ்கில் வந்து என்னென்னலாம் இருக்கணும் அப்படின்னா, நீங்க லாங்குவேஜ்ல நல்லா இருக்கணும், அட் த சேம் டைம் ஒரு அளவுக்கு பேசிக்கா கால்குலேட்டிவ் பர்சனா இருக்கணும், ரொம்ப லாஜிக்கல் திங்கிங் பர்சனா இருக்கணும். இப்படி இருந்தா you will have a better chance to work over there. At the same time அவங்களுக்கு கம்பெனி growth இருக்குங்கிறங்காட்டிக்கு தான் பேங்க் எக்ஸாம்லயும் இந்த மாதிரி வைக்கிறாங்க. ஈவன் MBA exams also they are keeping like this topics. So அதனால preparing these topics will help you always throughout the life. So அதனால இது வந்து ஒரு better chance எடுத்துட்டு you can start now itself. That's what my opinion. Self preparation, okay. Materials, இப்போ என்னன்னா it depends on you. நீங்க என்ன லெவல்ல இருக்கீங்க, உங்களுக்கு என்ன மாதிரியான ஐடியாஸ் முதல்ல இருக்கு, அதே மாதிரி நீங்க எவ்வளவு பொட்டன்ஷியல் உங்ககிட்ட இருக்கு, அதை வச்சுதான் நம்ம டிசைட் பண்ண முடியும். சரி, நான் ஜென்ரலா நிறைய புக்ஸ் சொல்ல முடியும். ஈவன் ஸ்டார்டிங் ஃப்ரம் RS Agarwal ஆப்டிடியூட் புக், ஈவன் லாஜிக்கல் ரீசனிங் RS Agarwal புக், ஈவன் இப்போ வந்து இங்கிலீஷ்க்கு வந்து நிறைய புக்ஸ் வை கேன் சஜஸ்ட். பட் ஒரே ஒரு விஷயம், உங்களுடைய லெவல் எப்படி இருக்கு அப்படிங்கறத டெஸ்ட் பண்ணதுக்கு அப்புறம் தான் வந்து வி கேன் டெல் யூ. ஒருவேளை உங்களுக்கு வந்து ஃபர்தரா வந்து உங்களுக்கு டீடைல்ஸ் தேவைப்பட்டதுன்னா யூ கேன் கான்டாக்ட் அவர் நம்பர். தட் மீன்ஸ் ஐ ஹவ் ஆல்ரெடி ஷோன் அவர் நம்பர். ஸோ பர்சனலா ஒரு கெரியர் கவுன்சிலிங் எடுத்துக்கங்க, கெரியர் கவுன்சிலிங் எடுத்துக்கிட்டீங்கன்னா இட் வில் பி பெட்டர் ஃபார் யூ டு கெட் தட் ஐடியா. பட் ஒரே ஒரு விஷயம் என்னன்னா, இப்போ வந்து நீங்க வந்து ஒவ்வொரு மெட்டீரியலா வந்து இஃப் யூ ஆர் ரிசர்ச்சிங் அண்ட் கெட்டிங் த மெட்டீரியல்ஸ்ங்கிறத விட எங்ககிட்ட இருக்கிற ஸ்ட்ரக்சர்ல எல்லாமே வந்து கிரன்ச்சியா ஒரே மெட்டீரியலா கொடுத்துருக்கும். இப்போ ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் RS Agarwalல வந்து யூ கேனாட் டேக் எவ்ரி கொஸ்டின்ஸ் ஓவர் தேர். ஏன்னா அதுல ரொம்ப ஈஸி லெவல் கொஸ்டின்ஸ் ஆல்சோ அவைலபிள். ஆனா பேசிக் லெவல் ஆப்டிடியூட் நீங்க வந்து யூ வாண்ட் டு பி குட் அப்படின்னா டெஃபினட்டா RS Agarwal இஸ் த ஸ்டார்டிங் பாயிண்ட் ஃபார் யூ. பட் கேட் லெவலுக்கு வந்து அது ஹெல்ப் பண்ணுமான்னு பாத்தீங்கன்னா இட் இஸ் நாட் 100% ஆக்சுவலி. ஸோ இனியும் அதுக்கு அடுத்தது அருண் சர்மா, மேபி ஐ கேன் கோ. ஈவன் இப்போ எங்களோட மெட்டீரியலே இருக்கு, ஈவன் எங்ககிட்ட கரஸ்பாண்டன்ஸ் கோர்ஸ் இருக்கு, எங்ககிட்ட மெட்டீரியல் அந்த மாதிரி இருக்கு. ஈவன் மார்க் எக்ஸாம்ஸ் மட்டுமே நீங்க ஜாயின் பண்ண முடியும். அந்த மாதிரி கூட நீங்க யோசிக்கலாம். தட்ஸ் வாட் ஐ மீன். பர்சனலா நீங்க வந்து கான்டாக்ட் பண்ணீங்கன்னா we will give you some idea regarding that. Okay, fine. So I think that is the question, right? I mean, okay, fine. Any other questions from your side, ma? Please ask me. Or while உங்களுக்கு hesitating இருந்ததுன்னா you can contact our number. I hope you have taken our number. Even through college also you can contact us, no problem. So any more questions? Okay, I think okay.
Sir, in future we will contact later to clarify more doubts.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And thank you all whoever attending this session. And I'm not sure, how many of your faculties are attending. Thank you so much and providing this opportunity. And we are looking forward work with your college for a long time. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Sure, sure, sure. So now I request Dr. C. Krishnamurthy, Assistant Professor and Head Horticulture Department, to provide vote of thanks for this session.
Respected correspondent of VIA, respected director, respected principal, heads of departments, staffs, most importantly, our guest speaker, Mr. Babu Vivekanandan. So good morning to all. So we should thank Mr. Babu Vivekanandan, Academic Head, Time Institute, Coimbatore, for his excellent presentation on preparation of CAT and bank exams. So Mr. Vivekanandan had a very clear explanation on how to choose your pathway after completion of your UG degree, either job or higher studies. And he enlightened top level MBA and ABM schools in India. And what are all the parameters for selection in top level B schools? He explained about time infrastructure, time class infrastructure, class structure, and syllabus, course materials, and role of time institute in CAT exams, students' careers, etc. So he gave a speech about employment cadres in banks, syllabus, not only banks. He covered other government exams also. So with these few words, on behalf of management, staffs and students, we wholeheartedly thankful to Mr. Babu Vivekanandan for his excellent speech and spending his valuable time with us. So thank you so much, Mr. Babu Vivekanandan, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. And thank you. And now we are coming to this end of this session. And next session will be by Ms. Raghavi. Topic, scope of postgraduate diploma in agribusiness management as their career options in B schools. So now I request Dr. Ravi Kumar to welcome Ms. Raghavi.
Small request, sir. I mean, so all the best.
Thank you, sir. Thank
Yes,
you.
thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. All the best to all students, actually. So decide earlier and get success in your life. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Good morning once again to all. So the morning session is covered by preparation of CAT and bank examination. Now the session speaker is Ms. Raghavi, is the achiever in the CAT examination. So we are cordially welcome the speaker, Ms. Raghavi, for this session. The scope of PG diploma in agribusiness management as their career option in B schools. So it's my immense pleasure to welcome Ms. Raghavi for this session. Ms. Raghavi had completed BSc Agriculture in Manavara Institute of Agriculture in the year of 2019 and attempt CAT examination and attain the percentage score of above 60 and get admission in National Institute of Agriculture Extension and Management, that is commonly called as MANAGE. After this 2-year program, he selected in the IDFC First Bank as a management trainee Currently, she is working as a management trainee in IDFC Bank. So with it, a few words, I welcome again Ms. Raghavi for this session. Raghavi, please.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you for the wonderful introduction. I'm really glad to be part of this webinar. There are nearly more than 150 participants, and it's an honor to be in the webinar where I studied my undergraduation. So thank you, sir. Before I start with, I would like to thank the BIA institutions, coordinators, Dr. Khalida sir and Dr. Ravi Kumar sir for the opportunity. So may I share the screen? Is my screen visible, sir?
Yes, sir. Raghavi.
Someone give me, yeah.
Screen is visible.
So, before we go with, I would like to give a short introduction about myself. As sir already given, I'm Raghavi MD. This is my contact mail ID and phone number. For any time, for any help, do contact me. I'll be very happy to, help you as a senior. And let's go into today's topic: scope of PGDM ABM as career options in B schools. So when I say PGDM, the first question that arises in mind and the questions that I get from we think is that what is PGDM? Is it a postgraduate or a diploma course? So let me show you the difference between MBA and PGDM. So which all the colleges that offer MBA? When UGC Grant Commission, when the universities under UGC and the colleges under it give a course that they give the title as MBA degree. And when AICTE approves, there are colleges that are approved by AICTE, and if they provide the postgraduate basically in management course, it is given under the name PGDM. So MBA is equivalent to PGDM. So basically the notion is when in the acronym in the abbreviation when it comes to diploma, people perceive it as a diploma degree. No, this is postgraduate diploma in management. So this is the comparison. The next thing is already Anand Vivekanandan sir has showed you all the colleges. So the next question here is, I would like to go into the next step. The next question, what arises in our mind is, on what basis do you select these colleges? There are plenty of colleges in India which offers MBA as well as PGDM. So on what basis do you rank the colleges and you select it? Here is the list. First one is the infrastructure. So infrastructure in a management course, as in I would say that maybe the classroom setup. So all these comes under infrastructure. We don't have any lab. The classroom, the kind of the seating arrangement, that also adds on. So next is the faculties. So till now, on what kind of has been gone through, we have gone through till this. The faculty will be there in the college and they are called in-house faculties, and there will be faculties department wise, they will be taking classes. But in a management, in a PGDM, there is a choice of taking outsourcing faculties. I mean to say that visiting faculties. So for example, if I say there is a person who is very good in taking corporate finance course, he is in, let us assume he is in IIM Ahmedabad. So the college should be in a position to hire that faculty to your college. So, so this is the kind of faculty facility and corporate background. When I mean as corporate background, what we mean is that the kind of alumni interaction, the industry interaction, as in the college or the placement cell has with the industry. So that plays a very important role in your placements. And then next comes industry oriented curriculum and innovation in pedagogy. That means that, see, the market is changing each and every year. Before 2 years, there was we won't say it as recession, but then there was job market was low, and right now the job market is really high. So the the curriculum has to be changed accordingly. There should be new innovation in the pedagogy. For example, when you choose an MBA degree from any private college, the curriculum what they give and the curriculum what PGDM offers differs. For example, when you do from a private college, MBA degree from a private college, the curriculum will be mostly theoretical. I mean to say that you study a book, you learn, and you just write it down. But what we have in PGDM is very different. For example, we have like case study based. Everything, more or less everything will be case study based. For example, when I say case study, maybe I should give an explanation what is a case study based. For example, let me say maybe ITC opened e-Chowpal for helping farmers. So ITC is an industry, is a company that is opening e-Chowpal Sagar, which is a what to say? It's a like a cafe, computer cafe thing for a farmer, just to for helping in the mindset of helping farmers to discover the prices, day-to-day prices. It is a good thing, but then it was a failure. So when I say case study, this is the case study you will get from a minimum 2 pages to maximum 50 to 60 pages. You get case study, and the overall learning will be why did that happen? How strategically you think to rectify the problem, or what could have been done. So all these comes under innovation in the curriculum. So that flexibility should be there. And next comes the fee structure. So when we say it as a fee structure, there are colleges like IMA, Tier 1 colleges have a different structure, Tier 2 different, and Tier 3 different. So also one more thing is that don't have this fee structure in your mind. So when you're capable of doing, when you are interested in PGDM, don't have this, don't just neglect PGDM because of fee structure. You can avail educational loan and then you can repay it back in years. And next one is global exposure. When I meant global exposure, when you go to PGDM program, it's not just you who is writing from CAT and then coming into the program. There are many people. So there will be people from other states. I have my friends from Manipal, I have friends from Jammu Kashmir. So the kind of cultural interaction, global exposure is really important. And then, as I told earlier, corporate and industry interaction, as in the placement cell has with the industry. So these are common. And what else we see when we come to a PGDM program? One thing is ensure that the college is giving 100% placements. They claim that many colleges claim that they give 100% placements, but then they will, for example, they will keep it in their some 1 or 2% has opted out for entrepreneurship. That might be true, that may not be true. So this is a trap here. So check whether the college is giving 100% placements. And next comes the CTC. CTC is cost to the company. That is an average salary package that a company is giving to their employee. Now, where the trap here is, most of the colleges in their brochures, in their posts, what they highlight is the highest CTC. So what you should do is, you should also see for their average as well as median CTC. So there might be only one person who has been placed in 20 lakh per annum. So what about the last person? It's in 100 people, only one might get the highest package. So you should be very careful in checking the highest, average, as well as median CTC. Median CTC holds good so that you can know the numbers very well. You know, average CT, when you go for average, it is it differs with the extreme values. So better check for the median CTC. Next comes the return of investment. So when I meant a return of investment, for example, let me say the fee structure for PGDM program might be 8 lakh. Let me say it is 8 for 2 years. So if I get placed, for example, you should check that I'm getting placed with 10 lakh per annum CTC. So in how many months will I repay that loan, or I can take back the amount what I have put in for my education? I can more or less in a year I can take back the amount. So that is return of investment. Have that also in mind. Take that into consideration. And next come is the recruiters. Who are the recruiters coming into that college? There are plenty of recruiters. Are they changing every year? What is their cycle? You have to have that also in mind. So this is the list. I'm narrowing it down to agribusiness only. So according to, this is an Agriculture Today magazine, and it was featured in this top 15 agribusiness B schools in India right now. This is for the year 2021. So the first college is Indian Institute of Management, Ahmedabad, which offers FABM program. And next comes IIM Lucknow, then comes Manage Hyderabad, then IRMA, which is in Anand, Gujarat, then Xavier, then Symbiosis, then 7th place goes to Niam Jaipur, and then Imperial School of Business in Noida, then NAM, which is also in Hyderabad. So IIPM in the 11th place, and then Department of Agricultural and Rural Management, TNAU, which is in the 15th place. This is the recent survey. Based on all the things what I told, they have taken into consideration of infrastructure, facilities, corporate background to placement structure, everything. So this is the recent one. The next question here is, where will I get placed? When I was in UG, I didn't have this knowledge that where will I get placed. For me, I was just that I do something, I do a management course, then I get placed somewhere, earn money. So I didn't know that what are the companies, what are the options I had. So I just made this slide for you. So let's first see what are the sectors you can be get placed. First one is banking, BFSI, then procurement, then comes agri input, then animal husbandry, agri tech, consultancy, FMCG, fast moving consumer goods, then commodity trading. So let me come one by one. First is banking and finance. So you see that there are a lot of private banks available. So here I have just given you the example. One is examples of HDFC, Axis, IDFC First Bank, ICICI. So there are a lot of private banks, and they are in need of management training. They are in need of management people to take. They have their own agri division. So you can be placed there with very well CTC, of course. So next one is procurement sector. When I meant what is let me say what is procurement first. So for example, there are big companies like ITC, Britannia. So they, for their product, they need raw materials. So where will you be placed into? If ITC is having chili powder or masala powder, you need the raw material of chilies, where you need to do bulk procurement in Guntur regions. There might be regions all over India. So this is the procurement sector. Next comes agri input. You would be knowing. When we say agri input, we mention seeds, herbicides, pesticides. What are the basically the inputs we give for our land? So Coromandel is one of the biggest player. We have lot of players like UPL, Mahico, Bayer, BASF. So all these are the companies where you will get placed when you are into agri input. The next sector is animal husbandry. For example, Godrej Agrovet also has animal husbandry wing. Cargill also have their aquaculture division. So there are many companies into who you will be get placed into these sectors also. Next comes agri-tech. Agri-tech and fintech is the growing industry right now. If you are following news consequently, you will know that fintech right now, as much as fintech is growing, agri-tech is also growing on par. So there are companies like Agrostar, Fasal, Dihat, who are into agri, who are, their basic aim is to take the technology into the hands of the farmers. So governments are also pushing them, and then agri-tech is growing vigorously. So this is one of the very good sector that you can be placed in. Next comes consultancy and market research. So there are big consultancy companies like PwC, BCG, Boston Consulting Group, KPMG. So there are, and also some players like Modern Intelligence. So these are the consultancy company, and you have a very good opportunity to get placed there. Basically, in a consultancy company, there will be a project. For example, if there is an agricultural project, then you do market research for them and submit the research. You give their recommendations, what to be done, how can be done. So this is basically consultancy. In that, you have agri division, and you will be placed in that. Then comes fast moving consumer goods. Of course, you know, there are Britannia, there are companies like Parley. So you will be get placed into FMCG. And in recent days, I just forgot when I was saying about animal husbandry. In recent days, you would have seen that Amul is doing their marketing extensively. You know, they are doing vigorous marketing, and they are trying to disrupt into Tamil Nadu market. So you have a, you know, you should have that knowledge of what's happening in the market. You Amul has, when you are from South India, and if Amul is coming for a placement, you have a very good opportunity to get placed. So then commodity trading. When it comes to commodity trading, basically you trade the commodities in bulk, in tons, in quintals and tons. So NCDFX has a wing called NEML. So there are many commodity trading companies as well. So as a whole, these are just the examples that I have put in on my right. There are many companies. Just for the understanding, I have given 2 to 3 examples in each sector. So this was already told by Mr. Babu sir. So how do I get into a PGDM course? First, you write CAT exams. Then you apply to the colleges separately. For example, you need to apply for Manage Hyderabad separately and then into IRMA separately. So you need to apply. Then you get the short list based on your percentile. The shortlist will be released on their website itself. Then comes the next round of when you see your name in the shortlist, then you get the date and day where you'll get the essay write, where you have to essay writing and group discussion will be there, and then you go to a personal interview. So when you complete all these 3 rounds, based on your marks, they will give the if you are selected, your name list will be released in their website as well. So here is the CTC. In what this is median CTC, what I have taken is median CTC in tier 1 colleges, what they give it. If it is 18 lakh per annum in tier 1, in tier 2 it will be 50 lakh per annum, 10 lakh per annum in the tier 3, and 6 to 7 lakh per annum in other colleges as well. So I was speaking about the knowledge that you need to gain about the industry, what is happening. There are plenty of opportunities, plenty of vacancies over there. So how will I avail that? How will I know that? First, there are 15 colleges that I have showed earlier. Go to their college website, check their placement brochure, check their placement brochure, of course, and what are the courses they are offering. Check if it is 1 year or 2 year courses. There are some private colleges which shows that PGP program and it is 1 year course. So don't fall into that trap. Have a check on that, and have a LinkedIn account that is very professional. Use it professionally. For now, if you are before entering into a college or before entering into a management course, before that, if you are having a LinkedIn account, just follow the placement cell of all the colleges. So they will have their updates regularly in LinkedIn as well, so that you can easily compare the colleges, what the CTC, maybe IMA is offering, what is the CTC that IRMA has placed their students right now. So also there are many courses they are offering, so you can have that knowledge. Then next one is very important, people and industry connection. How will I connect to people and industry? How will I connect to someone? There will be alumni from your own college who's working in very big companies. So you try to connect with those people, speak with them politely. Of course, they will help you as a senior. They will help you with the opportunity, with whatever knowledge they have. They will share. They'll be happy for it. So try to have as many as people and industry connection, because unless until you are into the industry, what you see from the other things, maybe from a post, maybe from a brochure, what you see might be different. It would be different what the person is going through, or what the industry as a whole it is. So that is also very important. Yes, basically I'm done right now. Thank you, and I'm open up for questions.
Students, now the time for discussion. So interact with your senior. It is right time to interact with the senior. Kindly post your questions in chat box. One of the participant, kindly mute it.
So I could see some questions. The first one was, how did you prepare for CAT? How did I prepare? I prepared during my RAVE days only. Before that, I was going for classes, but full-fledged preparation I started in my RAVE. So it was like juggling between enjoying your RAVE and then learning. So that was actually difficult, but then you should give as many as mock you give, it enhances your performance. Try to give as many as mock you can. I gave one mock. I kept in a schedule that I need at least to give one mock in a day. So that was it. Second question is also something similar. What was your schedule during CAT preparation? Yes, my schedule was, I was in Java program. I had plenty of time to enjoy as well as to study. You need to balance both of it. Basically, it's like work life balance kind of. Okay, the next question is very good one. What is difference between studying in IIM, IRMA, Manage, etc.? The difference is their fee structure, infrastructure, global exposure, what you get. IIM's fee structure ranges above 20 lakhs, whereas IRMA ranges above, I guess it is about 13, and the Manage fee structure is 8.5 to 9 lakhs. So this is the difference. And also the placement also differs. For example, we have a notion, right? Person from IIM have a good knowledge, because one who is having higher percentile go to big colleges like IIM. So even the recruiters will also have the same notion. So with they go for, if they same company go, for example, if Amul is going for IRMA, it gives a higher package compared to Manage. If Amul is going for FBM in IIM Ahmedabad, it will give more higher package as well. So the package also differs according to the colleges where you study. Which material you suggest for preparation? This depends on you. See, in earlier session there was a question: can I do self preparation as well? You can do if you have the ability, if you have the motivation to do self preparation. You can do as well. So which material. There are a lot of materials available online. I don't want to suggest anything, but I used what I used was I went for time class and I used that material. So it depends on individual whether they provide any stipend for studies. Yes, they give scholarship. There are state scholarship and I know that some companies like Bayer provide scholarship for the students. They keep an examination. When you pass the examination limit, when you score high marks, Bayer takes 2 to 3 students each year. They give scholarship for them. And IDFC First Bank also gives scholarship. They gave last year they gave scholarship amount of about 2 lakhs. So scholarship is given. Also, that also based on your income level as well. So your parents' income level should be less than 6 lakh per annum. Then you're eligible for that. So there are some eligibility criteria. If you are eligible for all this, you will get the scholarship.
Raghavi, one general question.
Sir?
So when we visit to now manage during our all-day study tour, the classes also up to 9 o'clock. Can you little bit share your class timings and study environment in the manage?
Sure, sir. I'm happy. So first, as sir told, when the college timing is near 8 to 9, don't panic. The thing is, from manage, we do have in-house faculties, but we call faculties from IIM Ahmedabad. We call faculties from other IIM to have the hands-on experience, so that the students here get, you know, very good. When you have a course taught by a good faculty who is one of the best in India, you get the best knowledge. So that is the thing. I was in academic committee as well. So every year you have the committee. They select. They have the power. The student committee has the power. They can call. If I say that I don't want, the committee as a whole decides that we don't want this faculty, we want call someone from IIM for the course, and we request them and we call them. So when the faculties come here, the thing is their schedule will be very tight. So for example, the faculty who visits manage for any course, they'll give us a time of maybe 1 week or 10 days. So within 10 days, the faculty will complete the syllabus, keep the examination, and then he'll, with the results, the faculty will move to his own place. So when we have that kind time constraint, sometimes the classes starts as early as 7:30 and ends as late as 9:30 as well. So it depends on the course faculty also, because that it's just because the time constraint that we have, we are calling faculties from outside. Sometimes you need to sacrifice something to get the best. So we sacrifice our time, sleep sometimes to get the best.
Thank you, Raghavi. Raghavi, can you able to share your mail ID to our students?
Yeah, sure, sir.
Chat box.
Yes, sir. Is it visible or did I share only to Vanavraya College? Is it visible, sir?
No, no, Raghavi.
Share your meeting.
Is it visible now?
No, madam.
Okay, Raghavi, thank you. No problem. We will share again. We'll give to students.
Yeah, sure, sir. Or else, yeah.
I think at the beginning you have shared.
Raghavi, can you spell it out?
Yes. M for mango, D for Delhi, RAGHAVI. Is it visible now, sir?
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Yes, Raghavi. Yes.
Juniors, you can text me, call me at any time. Maybe I might miss the emails. So kindly text or call me at any time. I'll be very happy to help you in this record.
Students, any more doubts? So thank you, Raghavi, for your excellent presentation and motivational speech to our students.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you.
Okay, in future, our students motivated to join in manage and other management institutions. Okay.
Sure, sir. Sure.
Okay, now I request Dr. Karthikeyan, Assistant Professor, Department of Agriculture and Entomology, to provide vote of thanks for this session. Sir, please.
Thank you, Ravikumar sir. Thank you, Ravikumar sir, for your introduction. Mr. Raghavi, you have given a brief, valuable speech to our VAS students on the opportunities and placements available through doing PGABM. And moreover, when we visited Manage Hyderabad with your juniors, I think you might have remember those occasions. There also, you and your colleagues had given a good guidance speech to your juniors. Really thankful. On behalf of our management, staff members, students, I express my sincere thanks to Ms. Raghavi MD and wishes for her future endeavors. Thank you, Raghavi. Keep in touch with us and give much more guidance. We will be in touch with you year after year.
Sure, sir.
Thank you
Sure,
very
sir.
much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you,
for
Raghavi.
being.
Thank you.
I'm really happy and glad to be part of this webinar. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Raghavi. Thank you for this participation. So students, so in the second part of the session, this is another one speaker. She is also an alumni of VAA. She also the achiever in the CAT examination. I cordially welcome Ms. Ramya for this session.
Hello everyone. Am I audible?
Ms. Ramya?
Am I audible, sir? Hello.
Yes, audible.
Yes.
But your video is not on.
Yeah, I'm just trying to turn on my video. I'm not so sure why it is not happening. Just give me a second. Give me a second, sir. I'll just rejoin.
Okay, okay.
Ravi sir,
Praveen sir.
sir, can you call her and speak sir in through mobile?
சார் அவங்க 1 மினிட்ல மறுபடியும் ஜாயின் பண்ண சொன்னாங்க.
அதான் சார் மொபைல் கால் பண்ணி செக் பண்ணிக்கோங்க.
பிரவீன் சார் அவங்க ஒரு 1 மினிட்ல ஜாயின் பண்ற மெசேஜ் கொடுத்துருக்காங்க.
சரிங்க சார், நான் அக்செப்ட் பண்ணிக்கிறேன்.
Students, kindly stay. Our guest speaker will join within 2 minutes. Ramya?
Hi, sir. The problem is I'm using my company's laptop. I think there is a restriction of using. So I don't know if I would be able to turn on my video. Sorry for the disappointment.
Ramya, you're not audible, please.
Hello.
Ramya, you're not audible. Voice is not clear. Kindly.
Ramya, can you keep your mic a little bit closer to your mouth and I can.
Yeah. Is it better now?
Okay, now it's
better.
bit. Yes, now it's better.
Okay. The problem is, sir, I'm using my company's laptop, so I have some restrictions of using my video. So I don't think I would be able to turn on my video. Sorry for that.
Okay.
Now you can continue with your voice.
Okay, sure. Should we start ahead?
Yes, sir. Yes, Ram. Yes, Ram.
Yeah. Hi.
Before
So hi everyone.
Ramya, please. Okay, I want to introduce.
Yeah.
Good morning once again to all. So this in the third day of webinar. So the next speaker is Miss Ramya. He is also a achiever in the CAT examination and also is an alumni of our Vanavara Institute of Agriculture. Ms. Ramya had completed BSc Agriculture in the year of 2017 and achieved in CAT examination and joined PG Diploma in Agribusiness Management in Indian Institute of Plantation Management, Bengaluru. Later, he joined as a manager in Waycool Private Limited. Then later, now he joined as a manager in Flipkart E-Commerce Private Limited as a demand analysis manager. So this few introduction, I cordially welcome Ramya to deliver this the speech to our students.
Thank you, Ravi sir, for the warm introduction and welcome. And thank you everyone, Karthik sir, Kempu sir. It's glad to be a part of VAA after being a long time. So as Ravi sir was saying, I'm a part of VAA and I've done my BSc Agriculture from 13 to 17 batch. Post to which I did my MBA from IIPM, but there was a small correction from what Ravi sir has mentioned. I did my MAT basically, and it's a management aptitude test. I did not do CAT. And post to that, I joined a agri-business startup called as Waycool. I worked there for 2.5 years, and post to which I am recently moved into Flipkart, where I work for demand planning of groceries division itself. Right. So this is an overall introduction about me. So secondly, I'll also tell you what this presentation is all going to be about. Right. So one thing is, I'll be telling you guys what is going to be the scope of agribusiness, what are all the industries that we have, what are all the roles that agribusiness students can do. Right now, I believe, what is the population crowd here it is all about, sir? Is it only the final year students or third year students?
Ramya, first year, third year and final year.
Okay, awesome, great.
Yeah.
So sure. So I'll be talking more about agribusiness over here. So students who are into having interest of doing their post graduations in science might not be a little interesting for you guys. So that I'll put it very upfront. And second thing is, I'll also not be talking about topics that of how to clear your CAT, how to clear your management aptitude exams. All those stuffs. I believe already these topics have been covered in the previous lecture. So I don't want to bore you guys with talking those topics again. So I'll be broadly covering what is the scope that is available, what are all the skill sets that you can develop coming from VAA, coming from agriculture background. And I've made a simple presentation. So I'll just present that to you guys. Okay. Is my screen visible?
Yeah, your screen is visible.
Yes, visible.
Sure. Thank you. Okay. Okay, I have certain restrictions again. Okay. I hope this should be sufficient. So as I was saying, right, I've put the broadly industries that are available in agribusiness space. So one is basically the supply chain, and it is basically the company which I worked earlier, right? Vehicle, which I was mentioning earlier, is also into supply chain. So supply chain is basically where A to Z of a product or a commodity, either it could include manufacturing or production, whatever it is. So right from the production point to the delivery of, to the customers, to their plate, to their home, something called a supply chain, which involves A to Z of entire process. It could be from your farmer till end source of the customer. So that is on an overall perspective termed as supply chain. Then we have retail. I assume most of the peoples would be knowing what retail is. And we have e-commerce. This I've put since I'm also coming from Flipkart. So e-commerce as an industry is also having a lot of agri input and agri business inculcations into their field. I'll explain all these industries, separately as well. And then we also have export and import opportunities in agriculture, especially in commodity space. And then we have agri input, which is quite famous. I assume most of you people would be knowing about it. And then we have agri tech, which is actually one of the emerging fields and industries right now. And then we also have microfinance, we have FMCGs related to food and agri commodity space again, right? Guys, also, if you have any questions in between, you can always unmute yourself and shoot it up. I'm not so more fond of giving one-way presentation. Anytime, if you have any doubts, you can just put it over the chat, or you can unmute yourself and ask any doubts. I don't believe much in this one-way communication, right? And the second one is the scope of roles. So this, see, whatever industries that I have put, or whatever scope of roles that I'm putting over here, are basically what I have seen in the past 2, 3, 4 years, what I have felt, what are my other, batchmates doing in the industry and everything. So when it comes to scope of roles, right, obviously you people must be knowing about sales, which is a very common field of role that we have. And then we have marketing again, after you complete your agribusiness, or even after sometimes completing your BSc agriculture as well. And then we have procurement, which is more related to commodity or fruits and vegetables procurement. And then we have CAM role, which stands for key accounts manager. CAM and business development roles are mostly integrated. It is just, you will have a set of clients, or you will have a set of vendors or customers to handle, a bunch of customers which you have to handle and take care of them. So that is something called as CAM. And then we have planning, which is one of the role that currently I am working for, and I specifically work for demand planning of groceries in Flipkart. Right. So with all these overviews, I'll also tell you what I have worked for in the previous company and the current company. So when I joined Vehicle, I was given the opportunity to work as a management trainee and then a product manager portfolio for a brand called Kitchen G, which is one of the private labels of the company. I assume certain terminologies that I use, like private labels or management trainees, might be a little new to you. That's why I'm saying, whenever you have doubt, or if I'm too fast, just cut me down and ask whatever questions you have. That's one thing. So I was working on market research. I was specifically given this project of handling cold pressed oils, like what is the scope of cold press oils, what is the current basket market value of cold press oils, how do we market it, how do we brand it for this particular brand what we have. So I was working on that project for almost a year, and then I moved to fruits and vegetables business development role, where I was handling a bunch of retail and online customers, like again Reliance, Big Basket, Flipkart, Meesho. So I was handling all these customers to supply fruits and vegetables from Vehicle to them. So as I was mentioning supply chain in the previous sector, right? So supply chain also involves in supplying fruits and vegetables or other commodities to larger retail customers or end consumers as well. And then after a year of that, I moved into Flipkart, where I specifically work for Flipkart Quick. So if you go to Flipkart app, there is something called as Quick in your right end of the mobile application. So if you open that, you will have products that can be delivered within 90 minutes. So that is not been available in all the nooks and corners of every state. That is currently available only in tier 1 cities of pan India. It is available in Bangalore, Chennai, Mumbai, Pune, and some other cities. Like currently we have 10 cities where we are operating. So here what we do is we have a set of assortment in the sense list of items which we would be able to deliver within 90 minutes. So bringing in inventory of those stocks is something I work for, and how much is the inventory that should be available is something I again work for. So this is a broad view of what I do, and this is not just pertaining to agribusiness, but students who are completing agriculture or who have the ambition to do agribusiness and then join for a job. All these roles, all these industries that I have mentioned so far can be very relevant to you guys. So when I talk about all these industries and scopes, right, most important thing, whatever I talk is after you do your MBA, right? I'm not talking anything related to how you have to prepare for your MBA or what do you do in your MBA. I'm talking very much which is quite after what you do your MBAs, right? So during MBAs or even during undergraduations, I would suggest my juniors to take up to develop certain skill sets. So one could be yeah. So one could be Excel. I don't think with the current syllabus and everything, Microsoft Excel is something we are not very equipped. Even myself, I was not very equipped with Excel. I learned it after my MBA. So what I suggest is students, please do develop certain Excel skills, certain analytical skills, which are actually very useful when you join your post graduations also. And then also please do develop certain commodity knowledge. So commodity knowledge here, I mean, let's say for example, I see there are 119 participants over here. So our college is located in Pollachi. I'll ask a very simple question. What is the commodity or what is the agriculture byproduct that is very famous in Pollachi? Can anyone unmute yourself and tell me? Any students specifically? Is my question understandable? What is famous in Pollachi? What is the agriculture commodity that is very famous in Pollachi?
Coconut coir.
Yeah, awesome. Great. So anything else apart from coconut? Or you can also tell me what are all the byproducts that we take from coconut? Any guesses? I think we have a lot of shy people here. That's okay. So see, right, we have this coconut cold pressed oils, we make copra, there are Neera and so many other products for which coconut as a product, as an agriculture commodity has a lot of very much scopes. So as Pollachi is one of the region for coconut, every different places will have its own commodity. So let's say for example, onion, if I talk about onion, the major growing space of onion is Maharashtra. Nasik. Whereas if I talk about pomegranate, again the major source place of growing pomegranate in India is Maharashtra, Pune and stuff like that. So if I talk about tomato in Karnataka, it is more about Kolar and Malur stuff. So what I recommend is, coming from agriculture background, develop your skill sets of what is the origin point of every commodity, and that is something very crucial. Like whatever space you might be in agri input, but still you will have to know what is the origin point, what is the commodity trend of all this. Trust me guys, this is very important, coming from an agriculture background, because this is a very general question that I have faced in most of the times. And also when you are preparing for your MBAs, when you are doing your MBAs, it's very important for you guys to do a lot of mock tests, to do a lot of business case analysis. So business case analysis or mock test. So when you're preparing for CAT, right, there are a lot of parts that is being divided into. One, you have logical interpretation, you have data interpretation, and then you have verbal ability. And if you're preparing for other management exams, you again have environmental questions put together, logical reasonings and stuff. So when you are doing all that, it's important for you guys to take a lot of mock tests. So by mock test, you will come to know what is the lacking point, where you are fast, where you are slow, and what has to be improved, what has has to be, given minimal time. So I recommend you guys, whomsoever is preparing for your MBAs or for your any PGDM related courses, do a lot of mock test. At least spend some 15 minutes or half an hour on a daily basis to see what is the commodity updates. If you're spending 1 hour per day, just split it into 4 parts. Like 15 minutes you can see on news updates, 15 minutes you can have a spend on business cases, half an hour you can spend on mock test, CAD preparation and everything. So see, because coming from agriculture background, it is not so easy to crack your management exams. I'm saying this because students who have completed their engineering or who come from a mathematical background, they have a lot of inbuilt syllabus that are related to logical reasoning and data interpretations. But for agriculture related and allied courses, right, we do not have that much of subjects which are more related to your management exams. So I suggest you guys spend some more extra bandwidth or time to when you're preparing for all these questions. It's not so tough. It's not so tough at the same time, but it is not so easy. It's all about how much of effort you put. And also there might be one more question that can pop up in all your mind saying that should I prepare it individually or should I go for an institute? It is completely about up to you guys. So if you are more a self-disciplined guy, right, or if you're more a self-disciplined guy or girl, then it's up to you to to spend 1 or 2 hours per day. But let's say if you are someone who have to push, then I would suggest you go for a course. You join for a program, and there are a lot of these things, programs and institutes that are available for you to train to your different management exams. And also when I'm talking about management exams, I have not put it in my PPT. There are several management exams that are available, and the one very famous one is CAT, Common Admission Test. We also have certain exams, certain examinations that are very specific to the college itself. Like one is MAT, then you have CMAT, you have Symbiosis, SNAP exam, and then you have XLRA, separate entrance exams. So choose your college, have top 4 to 5 colleges as your agenda, and then pick and then see what is the common entrance examination that is accepted by every college, and then start preparing. Right, don't just opt for one exam. I would suggest you to opt for 2 to 3 exams. Please don't think about that 500 or 1000 rupees of your examination fees. That will not matter after 4 to 5 years. So give a try for all the examinations. So that's also one thing which I had in my mind to share. So this was about how you prepare for your exams and all. And also coming back to the skill sets, you can also see what is the price trend and all. Like for example, like in your home itself, right, you can see onion and tomato prices that are very much going up and then very much going down. One day you see tomato prices to be 10 rupees, one day you see it for 50 rupees. Try to analyze why is that price trend and all coming. Coming from agriculture background, these stuffs are very interesting. Take interest in numbers, start doing trend analysis for one commodity. Have certain within friends, form certain groups that are more related into knowledge building stuff. And then also it is very important to develop your communication and presentation skill. So when you have this thought of coming into a PGDM program, coming into agribusiness or business programs, then it is quite common for you to give multiple presentations, multiple communications, stakeholder management when you come into the industry, when you come into the real job. So it's very important for you to develop your presentation and communication skills. If you are a shy person, I'll tell you, just come out of it. Nothing is going to happen if you are a shy person. So these are all certain skills that I would recommend you to do. Apart from this, there are certain companies that I have put here, which I feel are more growing relevant companies in agri input space. And the first one is basically, with the sentiment, I have put my previous company. And there are other companies like Manna Foods, Tata Rallis, Samunati, where some of our batchmates from Vanavarayar is also working. We have Vishnuvardhan from my batch who's working in Samunati. I have Aishwarya Lakshmi from my batch from VIA who is working in Manna Foods. We have VGrow, which is into agri supply chain. We have Dehat, which is into agri supply chain. We have AgroStar, which is into e-commerce of agri inputs. Again, we have Ninja Cart, which is a famous company which is into supply chain of fruits and vegetables. We have Fasal, which is a tech agri-based startup. We have Jai Kisan, we have UPL, we have Cargill. UPL is again one of the MNCs of agri input, and it also has a lot of conglomerates under it. I've done my internship and over here. So these are certain top companies that are growing, and some have already been grown. So like you have Google, you have computers, like you can utilize the tech in a very much good manner. Go search for agri based commodities companies that are there in the industry, right? These are just examples of companies that I have thought about. I can also share you this presentation post to this session. I can share it with Ravi sir, and then you can probably get it from him as well. And then apart from that, for you to prepare apart from your management exams, right, when you are into your MBA or when you are after your MBA, it's important for you guys to have industry updates. So certain tools that can help you to build your knowledge. One is the TOI, basically Times of India news is a very standard news that you can refer to read all upcoming business cases. Udemy is again one popular tool, e-commerce tool that is available for you to do any type of courses. You can do Excel courses over there. You can do certain other share market courses. Everything is available in Udemy. Craftshala is again a separate offline entity that offers undergraduation as well as post-graduation students certain marketing related courses. Always try to listen to podcast that is available in so many offline online modes, and then also properly use your LinkedIn. I'll tell you guys, I got my first job through LinkedIn. So LinkedIn is a very powerful, effective tool. So try to build network through LinkedIn. Try to connect with your alumni via LinkedIn. Try to connect with a lot of TNAU alumni, with a lot of manage IRMA, IIPM management students. Try to connect with 10-15 years old alumni, because 10 or 20 years old alumni will be well settled in a corporate. They might be in a position where they can bring the company to VAA or any specific campuses for placements directly. They'll be sitting in such a position. So LinkedIn is one powerful tool which I suggest you guys to use it very powerfully. So this is all I have for today's presentation. So it's time for you guys to shoot any questions related to your before MBA, during MBA, or after MBA. Any doubts, if you can ask, I would be happy to help if I know something.
Thank you, Ramya.
Sure,
Now it's time for clarification and discussion. Students, kindly post your questions in chat box. Ramya, the screen share close பண்ணிட்டீங்க.
That's what I'm just seeing. How should I do it? I haven't used Zoom so far. Irunga sir. Okay.
Stop share கொடுத்துருங்க. Okay. Students, don't hesitate to ask questions. Students, kindly listen. Actually, these persons, the speakers are very busy in their work, because she's working in Flipkart services, one of the famous company. So he spared his time for us. So kindly utilize this time for interaction.
I think I've got one question. What is the difference between CAT and MAT? So basically, CAT is one exam that was started by IIM, and it has been widely used by many B schools, whereas MAT is not preferred by many B schools. CAT is something which is most commonly preferred by many B schools. And the very minor difference is CAT is much bit little difficult when compared with MAT. So if you start preferring for CAT, right, you will be able to crack for other exams also. So I suggest you guys to prepare for CAT rather than any other examinations, because once you start preparing for CAT, it will be helpful to crack other exams as well. But don't just panic that CAT would be tough, MAT would be easy, or MAT would be tough, something is easy. Don't just have that opinion. Always it is better to go for CAT. I will also type certain MBA schools that are very common for here. Apart from Manage and other institutes, there are certain general business schools also which still you guys can prefer. Rather than it's not just about you have to do only an agribusiness MBA. You can still, if the B school is very popular and if it is a branded one, you can also opt for a general MBA. I would even suggest going for a general MBA. But one thing is, with the current background of having working from home or studying from home, all these things, I would not really suggest for you guys to opt an MBA when you are doing it from home. Because when it comes to B schools, right, it is important for you to build your career, build your network especially. So for me, in my perspective, studying from home is not a big fantasy thing that I would suggest, because you will not get to know your colleagues, you will not get to know your faculties, you will not get enough opportunities when you're doing it from home. So let's say if the current situation continues, I would suggest you can even do internships, projects, or work for a year and then also opt for an MBA, because work experience will give you even more better knowledge and that will sort of help you to do your MBA in a better way. And post to that, if you join, it will be very simplified for you to do your, because what happens is when you come from an MBA directly without having any prior work experience, you are being posted to management trainees or a managerial level role. So what will happen is you are expected to behave or sort out problems without any prior work experience. So work experience is parallelly important along with your MBAs. It's not only about knowledge, right? You might not be able to solve certain problems only with your knowledge. Certain work experience is also it is very essential. So it's better for you guys to have at least 6 months of project or internships and then do your MBAs. And also I would suggest SP Jain Business School. There is Great Lakes. There is Great Lakes, there is SP Jain, there is XLRI, there is Christ University, there is Manage, there is NAM, there is IIPM, there is IRMA, which is one of my favorite college, IIM. So Manage, NAM, IIPM, IRMA, IIMs are more into agribusiness, whereas the top other three which I mentioned, right, Great Lakes or Christ or XLRI or SP Jain, or institutes that are offering general MBA. So I can, and also there is Symbiosis which offers both general MBA as well as you can have agribusiness MBA. Explain the difference between MBA courses. Okay, so there is general MBA, there is HR related MBA, which stands for human resource. There is an MBA which is specifically for finance. There is an MBA which is specifically for agribusiness. There is an MBA which is specifically for exports and imports. There is an MBA that is specifically for strategy. There is an MBA that is specific for supply chain operations. So guys, I would suggest either you go for an agribusiness or a general MBA or a finance MBA, right? These three are very much top. Why I'm saying this? Because HR is something which is not so related. or HR is something which has a separate its own scope, right? So when it comes to finance MBA, like if you can see the bio data or the informations of top CEOs, top from different top companies, they must all have a general MBA or a finance MBA background, right? When you are very much efficient in doing your finance MBA, then you would be able to solve a lot of problems. Whether it can come to operations or supply chain, you would be able to solve them. So don't just restrict yourself to doing only agribusiness MBA. Let's say, for example, you're trying out in 2-3 top B schools for agribusiness MBA, and if you don't get a seat, still try for some general MBAs like strategy MBA or operations MBA or a finance MBA from top B schools. But whatever it is, try to aim for top B schools. Some of the institutes that I have mentioned in the chats are quite famous. So when it comes to MBA, it is not about what you learn from MBA. It is also about from which brand of college you come from which B school you come from, right? IIM is one such famous institute from India, right? So when you come from an IIM, you always have that separate brand value. When you come from Great Lakes, you have a separate brand value. When you come from Sri Meenakshi MBA school, you might not have that brand value. So it is important for you to choose which B school you're coming from and choose which MBA you're opting for. So I would suggest agribusiness MBAs or even general MBAs. Don't just restrict yourself to certain courses. But supply chain or operations MBAs will not have a higher scope. So it's better you guys can opt for a general MBA or finance or agribusiness. And also, like, don't just take my opinions. Please do your research as well. Talk to quite a few people. Talk to different people who are coming from this background. I've got another question. What is the difference that this course imparted in you? Okay. So I'll tell you the difference between how I was after my BSc Agriculture and how I was after my MBA and how I am now, right? So during my UG, I was I was not an extrovert type. I mean, it's in terms of I was more into extracurriculars. I was more into cultural, sports, and stuffs, and I was a decent academic scorer as well. So, but I was not so exposed to this communication skills or presentation skills or the industry cadence. But when I started doing my MBA, when I started doing it in a central institute, what actually happened was I started getting interacted with a lot of students who come from different states, right? So when it is like when you're doing it in a regional institute for your BSc or for your undergraduation, you get to interact with people who are mostly within the state or neighbor states. But when you go for a central institute or when you go for an MBA program, what actually happens is you get to interact with a lot of people coming from different culture, different state, and that actually gives you a different exposure. You are exposed to a lot of presentations, lot of management events during your MBA. Say, for example, there will be a lot of management fest within your college. One could be a debate program, one could be a presentation program, one could be a business case development program, right? One could be a logical reasoning program. So when you start doing all of this, you're more exposed to the industry, you're more exposed to a lot of network. So you start building high amount of network, you start interacting with different culture people, you start, see, I am coming and giving here one of the session, right? I tend to give some knowledge to you people. Same thing happens when you go for an MBA or when you come out of an MBA. You start interacting with multiple people. You get different amount of knowledge, different perspective of what is happening in industry. And you also get to mold yourself in different ways. So I was not so strong in my communication after I completed my UG. But slowly I started developing my communication skills. I started improving my grammars. I started, presentations was very rare during my undergraduations, but presentations became very common during my post graduations. Like I had 1 or 2 presentations in my UG for 1 month, but whereas, excuse, per day in my MBA, I had 1 or 2 presentations. So that's the difference. That is how you get molded during your MBAs. And after your MBAs, when you step into the real industry, when you get into the real job, again the same thing, right? You get to interact with a lot of people who are coming from different sectors. You don't only meet agriculture students, but you start interacting with students who are engineers, who are science graduate, who are arts graduate. So that sort of gives you a different perspective. You become more and more mature. Can we do MBA in abroad? Yes, exactly. I mean, definitely, why not? You can give a try for your MBA in abroad, but that altogether has a different way of preparation. CAT and other exams that I mentioned right now might not be applicable for you to do your MBA in abroad. There are different examinations. There are GRE, there are IELTS, but when you have this mindset of doing an MBA in abroad, so same suggestions. Why don't you have 1 or 2 years work experience in India, get some amount of enough knowledge, get some stipends or get some scholarships from companies, and then go to abroad? Because I've seen a lot of students, because even I myself think that I should have had 1 year of experience and then join my MBA. I would really say it would have had a major difference in my working style. So why not? Abroad is also a good option. But on which B schools, on which universities, I really cannot comment because I have not done my MBAs in abroad. But there are a lot of people who have done in abroad, and really you can connect with them and start doing that. That's also a very good option. I also see one more question. Is there any scholarship for the fee structure in top B schools? Because the fees estimates to more than 20 lakhs, which I cannot afford. Okay. So do not worry on this part. It's not only about scholarship or stipends that you get, right? So for example, not every student would be able to afford to a top B school. Let's say, for example, a B school X is having 20 lakhs as their fee structure. So not only rich kids come and study over there, all type of background people come and study there, which means that you always have this option of opting a loan when you are when you get selected to a top B school. And when it is, certain B schools will have this bank offer already, so you can get bank offers even though if you're not able to get scholarships, right? You can get loans and then start clearing them. So what happens is, let's say for example, if you're getting placed in IIM Ahmedabad or Lucknow and you spend 20 lakhs, the average amount of placement that you get out of your MBA is something minimum of 12 to 15 lakh, and that's the average amount I'm saying. There are people who still get 14, 20, 30, 40 lakhs as placement offer as well. So when you're able to get your 15 lakhs as your placement offer, I'm sure you would be able to clear your 20 lakhs of loan within next 3-4 years. So that's also an option. Not necessary that 20 lakhs is something you have to invest in one day. You have several options of scholarship. You have bank loans. Certain companies like where in Flipkart where I'm working, there is also an option for me to do my MBA after a certain period of working in Flipkart, so that Flipkart itself will scholarship my MBA. So there are certain companies which also give scholarship programs. There are certain universities that give scholarship programs. So start searching for that, but don't keep money as a hurdle for your preparations. Money is a second thing. Getting into it, gaining knowledge is the first point that you guys have to focus on. Anything else?
Ramya, can you share your mail ID?
Sure, sir. I will share my mail ID and I'll also share my LinkedIn account name.
Okay.
You guys can connect with me. This is my mail ID. I'll also share my LinkedIn account. Just give me a minute. Okay, I mean, Ramya Mahalingam is my LinkedIn name. You can search this with Flipkart. You can see my name on LinkedIn also. Drop me a message in LinkedIn or drop me a message in mail also. Mail is something I might miss out. So anything related to LinkedIn is something I'll immediately check. Can you see my mail ID, sir? Is it visible?
Ramya, are you sharing chat box?
Okay, okay. I have shared it to a single person. Just give me a minute. I will share it for everyone.
Okay, Ramya, now it's visible.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Ramya, for his excellent speech. It's maybe many of the students may be inspired by your speech.
I'd be happy if they are inspired, sir.
Thank you. Director, sir, shall we conclude the session? Okay, sir. So, on behalf of our Honorable of Agriculture, I request Ms. and Dr. Aguila, Assistant Professor, Department of Agriculture Engineering, to propose vote of thanks for this session.
On behalf of VAA management, faculties and students, it is my pleasure to give vote of thanks for this session. Mr. Ramya, manager, Flipkart Services, has pointed valuable insights on skills, scope of agribusiness and skills needed to develop and tools to be useful for PG Diploma in Agribusiness Management. Thank you, Ramya. And also thank you for sharing your personal experiences as well. And I hope students find it more informative and motivative. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Akila ma'am, Kempu sir, Ravi sir, for having me here. It's really glad to be a part of VAA after a long time. I think it's been 5 years after I have completed my undergraduation. So it's glad to see all my professors and everyone at least be online. And I hope it would add some insights from the presentation. So guys, juniors, always you can reach out to as many as alumni as possible and develop your network. That will actually be of very much use. And thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Ramya.
Sir, the next day oda session postpone pannada inform panniralam sir. Okay, thank you, Ramya. Thank you. We will touch with you, and also our students also touch with you for your this exam preparation and further career options.
Sure, sir. Thank you. Not drop
Thank you,
of
Ramya. Thank you for your time sparing with us.
Thank you, sir.
Students, I think the 3-day webinar session going in a nice way. It's eye-opening for many of the students to plan their career in future. So as per Government of Tamil Nadu order, the college reopened from 1st February. So students are requested to come on 31st. So in this regard, the 4th day webinar that we plan already postponed to later. The exact date will be intimated after coming to college. So with this, the Monday session to be postponed later. Sir, shall we give the concluding remarks? That, sir?
No. Because 4th session we are having. At that day we will have it.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, students. Thank you. Be safe and coming to college. Thank you.
You'll be there by on 31st. Yeah.
So thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Shall we end?